I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code SpeakEasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome into the Speakeasy. This is a breaking news show, so we have to bring in some of the best talent from across the globe to do it. First up, though, let me introduce LaShawn, Shady, McCoy, 252 Live. What's the word, G?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I like Care Bear intros a little better than yours.
That's fair.
Oh, wow. That's fair. Yeah, like yours, this is real dry. Hey, this is real dry.
Okay.
Now, when you introduce my guy, this next guy, give us some more love.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I hear you.
Energy.
I hear you. Before I get to this next guy, though, I got to introduce my dog, the one that puts y'all in timeout, or he got time. Social Trade building.
What's happening, Speakeasy regulars? What's up, Shady? What's up, Acho? Listen, I'm feeling great. It's NBA. Y'all know I love the NBA. I'm excited. We got the trade deadline. I'm geeked. Let's get to it.
Hey, but like Shady said, if we talking basketball, if you're having an intellectual basketball conversation, you cannot have a legitimate intellectual basketball conversation without the voice I'm about to bring on.
He's the only one that knows more than me. The only one.
He's been covering the game for as long as y'all have known the game. The legend that is Slick Rick Bucher. Can we bring Slick Rick on, please?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's up, Slick Rick, the ruler?
Hey, my dog Slick. What's up, Slick?
What's going on, fellas? It's about time. I figured, you know what? Okay, we got the Super Bowl, and you guys have done, making fun of Justin Herbert. It's about time I need to come around.
That's right.
Hey, glad to have you, Slick. Glad to have you. Now, look, I'm not Care Bear, so I don't know how to work all these devices, but I do know how to work the breaking news. Rome, can I just pull up the breaking news tab? Yeah. Okay, we're good. So everybody knows the breaking news right now is that James Harden got traded. Now, y'all don't show nothing yet because I'm trying to figure out how to work everything behind this bar. Google Chrome. There it is. Everybody knows the breaking news that James Harden got traded. So let's just start with that. Let me bring Slick.
I think you minimized the tab.
Oh, did I minimize the tab?
Acho's having a boomer moment.
Hold on.
Acho's having a boomer moment.
Hold on.
Let me come help you out.
Run this joint, Social Trade. I've never done the FaceTime.
So it should be it. That's how you minimize it. Yeah, right here.
There it is.
Boom,
there it is.
There
we go. And that's why we pay Social Trade a big bucks.
Come on, this is why you keep young people in your corner. What?
Okay, great. The breaking news, the Los Angeles Clippers trading James Harden of the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland, second-round pick. Sources tell ESPN. It is a prolific swap of the star point guards. Let's bring Shady first. Let me get your opinion on this matter. What was your instant reaction to it?
I was always surprised, though, right? But then again, I read some reports, I think a couple days ago, where they might move him, and both parties agree with that's the Clippers and James. I guess my question is, and Slick, you probably can answer this best, but so he's going to the Cavs, and I'm thinking like, all right, he's a ball dominant player, but Mitchell's there, he's ball dominant. But then again, I guess the pick and roll with them two bigs might do well with James. So I guess it can work, right? Him playing defense might be an issue, but then again, if you got them bigs down low, it helps out a lot if guys can't really guard that well up top. So I guess I like it, though. I like it.
Slick, what was your instant reaction to the trade?
I was a little surprised that the Cleveland Cavaliers were giving up on Darius Garland, to be honest with you. He's a young kid who still has not seen his best days, and they have him on a reasonable contract. I think he's making close to 40, got a couple more years on that. But this is, to quote the great Cardi B, I don't dance now, I make money moves. That's what we're talking about here. I mean, honestly, all the moves that you're going to see, the majority of moves that you're going to see here at the trade deadline, including your Golden State Warriors, which I'm sure we'll get to, is it has so much to do with the cap. The Cleveland Cavaliers have the second highest payroll in the league right now.
Oh, wow.
And James Harden has a player option for next year. The Clippers were in the same situation. They're saying, James, we're not going to extend you. We want to move on, and we have an opportunity to bring a young guard in here and change the dynamic. That's what we want to do. So let's take you someplace where you're going to have a chance to play in the postseason this year, and then you can figure out where you want to go beyond that. And Cleveland's like, I don't know that this is a long-term solution for them. I think they had an opportunity to get off some $40 million.
Hey, Slick, real quick, do you think that they will sign him though, or is it like, let's prove it in the playoffs and see? Because he has an option though, player option, right?
He does, but I'm sure that James is looking for more than just exercising the player option. Nobody wants to go into that last year and thinking this is it, because it might be it.
Slick, let me ask you this, though. Does Harden get the Cavs closer or further from a chip? Because Harden himself, when he has had to be the number two, and he'll end up being the number two inevitably despite it, when Harden himself has been number twos, he doesn't help get teams to finals. Yeah, Garland disappeared last year due to injury, but Harden disappears in the playoffs just due to a lack of desire. Like Harden, we talked about it. Philly, he disappeared.
Yeah.
Harden, Brooklyn, I think there was a hamstring there as well, but he disappeared. Harden, Clippers, he disappeared. So why do we now think that all of a sudden Harden will do for the Cavs what he hasn't been able to do in Philly, what he hasn't been able to do with the Clippers, what he hasn't been able to do with the Brooklyn Nets? Does he get him closer or further away?
I don't see how he gets them closer. Oh. And honestly, I think it's a matter of, we can give this a try, where as the Cavs as is are not title contenders, regardless of what their record was last year.
Hold on. How can you say a one seed last year that had size, had length, scores, had stretch bigs, had scores, had bench? How can you say that they're not contenders?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Donovan Mitchell is your guy who's supposed to lead you to a championship. And he's a 6'2", 6'3" shooting guard. And when you get to whether it's the Boston Celtics or the Detroit Pistons, you've got teams that can match up and make the game hard on him. And he's a scorer, not a playmaker. Like the difference between Cade Cunningham, who is 6'6" and can score and can get Jalen Duren and all those guys going, the difference between him and Donovan Mitchell is the difference between leaving in the second round or making it to the conference finals and beyond. So that's the heart of it. And James Harden doesn't change that dynamic. And we found that out last year. Like there's no more discovery here. And didn't we see this with Donovan Mitchell in Utah? This is not the first team that he's been with that's been a number one seed and then gotten nowhere near the conference finals or the finals. So that's the dynamic that we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I hear you with Mitchell, because you probably want more, right? But then again, like last year, Garland, I mean, he keeps getting injured.
Yeah.
Right? No, and you got a guard that's really, really good, because I like Garland. I think he's really, really good. But then we get to the playoffs and you're not available. That doesn't matter. And I think Mitchell gets blamed for that. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I guess he's a superstar. Right. So
sure,
I don't know. You got a point there, but I just think it's hard because like you need all your weapons. The way that we the number one seed, I need all my players that got us there. Yeah. In the playoffs, they all don't be playing.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I don't know that James solves it, because the other issue that you have is, with Donovan and Darius, you had a really small backcourt, which is going to hurt you defensively, right? Well, James isn't going to solve the defensive problem coming in there. Correct. So you're still vulnerable that way, and that's why I think that while you can dress this up and say we're trying to dynamic and get us closer to a title, I really think this was a matter of we got the second highest payroll, and we privately do not think that we're going to be playing for a championship. Wow. Let's try to get our books right and get off some money. Because I'll give you an example. Yep. The Golden State Warriors have the highest payroll right now. The highest. Joe Lacob is going to pay an $81 million tax on top of the $236 million in salary. You're talking about money that's going out the door that and because of the way that the salary cap is structured, it handcuffs you in terms of your ability to sign like the mid-level exception and add any other pieces.
Yeah.
These new salary cap rules are why we've had exactly 2 trades in the league so far. Last year we had like 25, 26.
Oh, right, that's true. Right. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's everybody's like we can't move pieces because of the way the cap rules are, that they're locked, and I think it's a mistake by the NBA because like the juice for them for the NBA has been, we're talking about player movement, guys going different places.
People like that though. Fans like that. Fans like to be involved.
Absolutely. That's why I think it's a mistake to have these rules.
Yeah, like trade deadlines on any sport. It's like, oh my God, fans are glued to the TV. They're glued to their phones. And now if you can't do no trades, it's like,
more so NBA maybe than any other league, because one move can change the dynamic of your team.
Rick, let me ask you this before we move on to a Draymond Green conversation. How does this impact James Harden's legacy? It's one thing to ring chase. It's another thing to ring chase and not actually get a ring. So at the point in which he's played for the Thunder, played for the Rockets, played for the Nets, played for the Clippers, played for the Cavs, if you ring chase and get a ring, we almost forgive you. If you ring chase and don't get a ring, you kind of look like a laughingstock. How does this impact James Harden's legacy?
I don't know that it does, because it's not like he asked to go to Cleveland. Like if it was, or if he's signing with Cleveland or whatever, like he's being traded. And I don't know, for me, James Harden's legacy, whatever it is already cemented.
I agree with that.
Tremendous scorer.
Yeah.
Like had a certain period of a heyday, but was never a postseason phenomenon. And so
I agree with that.
He's already in a category that I don't know that anything he can do at this point is going to change it. And I could tell a story, but I won't.
I look at James Harden like Slick just said. Like, for me, his legacy is cemented. Yeah. He's one of the greatest shooting guards, point guards, whatever you want to put him in. One of the best offensive scorers we've ever seen. Yep. And then change the game from manipulating the defense and the referees to call certain fouls, the step back. Like, his game is his game. And I think we won't think of like championships or playoffs. We won't think of that of him. We think of him as an ultimate great scorer. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. So him going to different teams at this point of his career, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Slick, for the sake of time, let's move to the next one. Draymond Green.
Oh, my God.
I saw a breaking report today regarding Draymond that he is potentially involved and active in trades as it pertains to the Warriors, might move Draymond. Draymond has been Steph Curry's security guard, if you will. Draymond on the court. Draymond Green has been the enforcer. Draymond Green has been the janitor. Draymond Green has done the dirty work. That's what I mean when I imply he's been the janitor. Are you shocked? Are you shocked? What's your instant reaction?
No, I'm not shocked. Again, I put this in a little bit in the category of James Harden being moved. And I told you, Golden State has the highest payroll in the league. And he has a player option for next year. So he's either going to exercise it or they have to extend him. One or the other. Wow. They can't afford either one at this point. And they've committed to Jimmy. And let's face it, I mean, the heart of it is Draymond's just not what he once was, and he's not close to what he once was. I think it's partly on him, and the other part is the league has caught up. Like, we got bigs now. We got bigs now who do everything that Draymond does. We got 7-footers who can operate from the top and make plays. And so they're stuck financially, and quietly being around the team a lot, Draymond's just become kind of a load. Like there's more friction and there's more conflict that he creates than there is good. I think you guys know this from your experience as athletes.
Let me ask you this, because you live in the Bay Area still?
He's right.
Yep.
So you live in the Bay Area. Again, if y'all watching the Speakeasy, Rick Bucher been covering the NBA for over 30 plus years, covering the Warriors, so has unique information you won't find anywhere else. Slick, break this down. Tell us something about the Draymond Green tension this season that the world may not have seen or heard on ESPN or read. Like, why do you believe Draymond Green's tenure in Golden State may be coming to an unforeseen end?
A big part of it is simply that he's had to extend the histrionics in order to create the intimidation factor. And it has resulted in him getting kicked out of games where they need him. And when you're doing all that Draymond was doing in the past, you can forgive some of that. And I was going to say, you guys know this as athletes, right? There's the demand or the management, the maintenance that you require, and there's the production.
Yeah.
And as long as the production is higher than the maintenance, then you're good.
Yeah.
But when the maintenance and the issues become greater than the production, that's when teams make a move.
Yeah.
And that's where I just feel like what Draymond is able to do for the Warriors at this point no longer outweighs all of the issues that he brings along.
Hey, for clarity, Rick, the chat is saying that you were invited to the cookout, but we already knew that. Let's keep this conversation going. If the Warriors get rid of Draymond, has Steph Curry won his last title in Golden State? He's never won one without Draymond, obviously.
Whether they move Draymond or not, that ship has sailed.
Oh.
Whoa, what? Wait.
Let him cook, Shady.
I don't want him to cook.
He at the cookout. Let him cook.
But I know where Shady's going.
All right, can we address that? The elephant in the room? It's a big elephant in this room.
But
Not yet.
All right, okay.
Whether Draymond is there or not, you think they've won their last one?
Yes. Steph Curry is about to turn 38 years old.
Okay.
Let's look at what Oklahoma City has. Let's look at what Denver has. Let's look at what San Antonio has. How are they getting out of the West?
Yeah.
Those teams don't just have superstars in their prime.
Yep.
They have depth and versatility. And in the case of Oklahoma City and San Antonio, if they're missing a piece, they got oodles of young talent and draft picks to go fortify things. So I just don't see, like, Steph can be everything that he is, and you can go get another superstar and put it next to him. But again, what did I say? They're $236 million already in salary cap. Like, they don't have the wherewithal to go get the other pieces that you need. You need at least an 8-man rotation, quality 8-man rotation, if you're going to think about beating San Antonio, Denver, or Oklahoma City. And by the way, the Rockets and Minnesota are going to be no picnic either.
This the issue I have with Slick. Because last year together we talked about this
on another network,
and you thought that the Warriors had no chance to beat Houston Rockets, the number 2 seed. No chance.
Okay.
And how did that go? Oh, they're too old. They're too old. They're too small. No.
I'll take that one.
They lost, right? They lost. Then there's no way possibly got a chance against the Timberwolves.
They lost in 5.
Okay, let me remind the people. The first game Steph Curry played on the road, what did they do? They won. All right. Yeah. He got hurt. He didn't play no more the rest of that season or that series. If he plays, you know how that goes down. Okay, fast forward.
I also know he's about to turn 38. What are the chances that he's going to get through another season and not get hurt again?
I don't know about these ages and all that. I know what he looks like. I know Kevin Durant is older. I know what he looks like. I know LeBron a year ago, what he looked like. I know what Steph Curry looks like today at 37. I don't know what he's a starter in the All-Star game for a reason. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying they're going to win a championship tomorrow. I'm not saying that. But you bring in the right player there, with the right coaching there, they already have culture. I had a chance. I ran into Rich Paul probably like 2 weeks ago. We was talking for like 30 minutes. And he said, there's certain teams that got to have these superstars there and the right ones from the work. And there's other teams that don't need that because they have winning culture. You know the first team he said? The Warriors. Right.
Yeah.
If we get the right pieces and we have a certain draft picks, right, that a coach could develop, because that's what we do, we will have a chance.
Let's ask about that right piece. Let's ask about that right piece before we move to the next conversation.
Yeah.
Rick, any chance Giannis who go on to Antetokounmpo joins the Golden State Warriors? Any chance?
Well, of course there's a chance.
Okay.
So you're saying there's a chance.
That's right.
But I don't like the percentage. and here's the biggest part. And I don't know, like there's a lot of information out there, and it's hard to sort through exactly what is on the level. But this is what I've heard, and it makes sense to me, which is Giannis knows the same Western Conference that I described to you. Mm-hmm. It is loaded.
Yeah.
If he stays in the East, and there's like 3 or 4 different teams he could go to, and they immediately are in the conversation to getting to the finals. And if you can get to the finals, anything can happen.
Yeah.
So why go to a Warriors team where it's you and Steph and Jimmy at what, 36 coming off of an ACL?
Yeah.
And then if Podziemski and Kuminga and all your future first-round picks are out the door, how? And by the way, did I mention Steph Curry's 38? How many more years is he going to play with Giannis? Like, I'm just saying, if I'm in Giannis's shoes, I would like to think and I want to win championships and play for them. There are places in the East that could probably get me there close, or at least get me closer.
Really well said. Before we get to the last topic with Rick Bucher, Trey, I know we got a super chat for Slick Rick. I do not want to miss the super chats. Is it?
Oh yeah, it's kosher.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's good. So, Rick, it's good to see you. It's been a while. I haven't seen you since we did that
back then, back in the day.
With the, So it's good to see you, Rick. So, if you're not familiar, super chats are when our fan base, which we refer to as the regulars, they send us some money just to have their chat read. So we got one from our guy Kenro200X, and he says, "Hey, Rick Bucher, I was hoping he would appear on the show after football season, and I'm glad to see him here. Wow. Welcome. Our family loves you, Rick. We're glad to have you. I know that for sure in the studio, and it's good to see you again."
Appreciate that. There wasn't a question in there, because I was going to answer the question and hope that I got a cut.
Oh, well, we'll have to talk about that. You have to fight me for the super chat money, but no question. They just wanted to show you some love, so.
Appreciate that.
Hey, last one for you, Rick. Kawhi Leonard. I believe he was named.
You want to finish that?
What's that?
The Warrior stuff. I just want to ask him.
Go ahead, ask him.
Because he says he got a small chance. Well, is it the Minnesota Timberwolves? He might go there. Is that what we're hearing? Because I think if he goes there, right? It's only been 3 teams I heard. I heard the Warriors, the Timberwolves. I think the Heat, the Heat, and the Knicks. The Knicks.
Miami Heat.
But if he goes to the Heat, what do they have? How much? What they got?
I actually, if you're talking about the package of young players like Tyler Herro and Khalil Ware, the 3 or 4 first, I like that better than Brandon Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga. Khalil Ware is for real.
Yeah, he's a good player.
And Tyler Herro has proved he can score.
He's a tiny. See, you on the other end, you spoke about like smaller guards with Garland and et cetera. Tyler Herro, nobody's. Because he had a guard eventually. Every time I watch,
you like Podziemski?
No, I don't. I think we're gonna. Okay. I think we move him. I think we should have been sent him packing.
That's what he would go to Milwaukee in the Giannis package, and you'd have to have Draymond or Jimmy in there to make the numbers work.
I think. I love Draymond, but I heard that they probably gonna let Draymond go.
Yeah, and you heard. I heard there's a possibility of that too.
Hold on, Rick, look into your crystal ball for the sake of closure of this conversation. Yeah. Look into your crystal ball. Finish this sentence. 1 week from now, Giannis Antetokounmpo, let me say it clearly. 1 week from now, Giannis Antetokounmpo will be a starter for the...
Take your time.
Milwaukee Bucks.
He just want to keep losing? Okay.
No. Well, this is what my belief is, that if I'm Milwaukee and I have to move Giannis, I need to get everything that I can get. And by the way, the 2026 NBA draft is going to be one of the all-time great drafts. There are 10 guys in this draft who could be franchise changers.
Wow.
And so if I'm Milwaukee,
10?
I want to make sure that I'm getting a lottery pick or two in this draft. And to know that, I got to wait until the summer when we know where the teams are, where they're picking, and what the draft lottery does to the order. So there's no why if I'm Milwaukee, why am I rushing into that now? Why do I need to make that move? In fact, it would be even better if Giannis says, you know what, the calf is bad. I think I'm going to shut it down for the year.
So Rick,
and now Milwaukee has its own pick. Now they've got at least one lottery pick.
I was going to ask that. Giannis is not a kick-up dust type of dude. You know he's one of those just straight foreign, play ball, no disruptions, play ball kind of cats. But he's starting to evolve if you really pay attention.
But he hasn't crossed the bridge.
Not yet. Not yet.
This is the PR battle that's going on right now.
Yes.
Because John Horst, the GM, doesn't want to be Nico Harrison and say, you know what, we decided to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo. And meanwhile, Giannis doesn't want to be KD or any of the other guys who asked out, and now he's vilified when he goes back to Milwaukee. Because he truly, like Giannis, truly appreciates what has happened for him and with him in Milwaukee.
Absolutely.
He wants to leave on good terms. And so there's this battle between the two sides in terms of who's going to take responsibility for the divorce. Right now, it's both sides saying, I don't want to commit to that.
Before I get to Kawhi, your last topic being Kawhi, let me ask you this on Giannis. Does it diminish Giannis's legacy if he leaves Milwaukee? He's a one-teamer right now. He brought Milwaukee their first chip in over 50 years. When I think about greats legacy-wise, Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, one-teamers that bring chips to places that hadn't won chips or hadn't won them in a long time. If Giannis goes and starts ring chasing, does it diminish Giannis's legacy?
It doesn't for me because of what you said. Like, I've always stood on LeBron James's greatest accomplishment was bringing a championship to Cleveland. I would say the same thing about Giannis Antetokounmpo. I would say the same thing about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing it with Oklahoma City. And so, you know, obviously we need to see what happens going forward. And ideally, a player like Giannis, if he goes someplace else, you'd like to see him at least compete for another championship.
Yeah.
That's where it could turn. But as of right now, if he leaves Milwaukee, I'm not taking away anything that he accomplished while he was there. Not for where he was picked, not for the kind of player he was when he first got here. And not for what kind of team he led to a championship in Milwaukee.
Incredibly well said. Before we get to the last topic, I heard we got a $50 super chat.
We did get a $50 super chat, especially for Rick Bucher. Our guy Slick, the ruler, said, Gabriel99572 said, yes, we got Slick Rick on the Speakeasy. I salute Acho and all those who made this possible. Not to brag, but Acho hit my line this afternoon and was like, yo, should we get Slick Rick? And I was like, absolutely. So I am part of the people that made this possible. Thank you, Gabriel.
Acho had to ask the question? He had to ask the question.
Well, you know,
he's the head of social.
He's got to confirm with me, Rick.
He's the head of social.
You know, I'm like a confidant. I'm his, you know, his safe space to bounce ideas.
No, I'm good with you. Trey. It's E that I'm questioning here.
He's got to run. All things social got to go.
This is not a dictatorship in the Speakeasy, Slick.
That's it.
Slick,
that's all it is.
If he'd have asked you, I'd have said, duh.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, well, let me ask you this as we transition to the next and last topic with Rick Bucher. If y'all have final super chats, get them in because this is Rick's last question and last conversation. Kawhi Leonard, he makes his 7th All-Star Game appearance. The LA Clippers forward, obviously. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, he added Kawhi Leonard as a in the U.S. player pool for the 2026 NBA All-Star Game. Slick, before you go, I want to have a large-scale conversation about Kawhi. Kawhi, where does he fall, and does he fall? Let me ask it this way. Has Kawhi lived up to his talent?
Yes, he has lived up to his talent. I can't fault a guy.
I agree too, though.
For his body physically breaking down. And there's plenty of, and especially because it wasn't like because of lifestyle or anything else. It's physically he broke down, but when he was healthy, he was good. And I would say, considering all that he accomplished, considering all the money that he put in the bank, the fact that he's continued to grind away to try to play as many games as possible for the Clippers, I take my hat off to that. I've never thought he was a malingerer, which is, was the accusation at a certain point. I think that he's tried to do as much with what he's been given physically. Some guys just
Rick,
they're not built for a long-term NBA career.
Can I vehemently disagree with you with respect?
Sure.
Respect. To be an all-time great, to live up to your potential, rather, you both have to do it physically, mentally, statistically, and categorically. I think Kawhi Leonard lacks the physical of it all. Because to your point, I'm not going to blame him for it, but at the end of the day, it still happened. There are several NFL players, NBA players, tennis players where I'm like, dang, if they would have stayed healthy. That's physical and mental. I think about Naomi Osaka. Naomi Osaka dominated. Number one player in the world, I believe it was 2017, beat Serena Williams. She's at the top of the throne. But then this battle here emotionally, this battle here mentally. I think about Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri Richardson, probably the most talented American sprinter woman ever. Just strictly talent. Or you could suggest FloJo. But Sha'Carri Richardson, this issue here, that issue there. A part of living up to your potential isn't just doing it statistically, but you also got to do it physically to maximize the ability. LeBron James still playing at 41. LeBron could have not taken care of his body and only played till he was 34. But I think that's a factor that you have to consider that it doesn't sound like you're considering.
No, I'm considering it, but if we had sort of evidence, like Joel Embiid didn't take care of his body. Zion Williamson has not taken care of his body. Like the fact that their bodies have broken down, I put that at least partly on them. I don't know of any evidence that Kawhi Leonard didn't do everything possible to try to play. That simply the knee issues that he's had and the way that he's built resulted in him having problems being able to stay healthy. So that's where I'm not going to put it on him.
I mean, and another thing is like, it ain't like the guy ain't got a resume though. So with all these injuries and all that we talking about, I mean,
2 championships, two finals MVP,
2 final MVPs, 2 championships, and a team that couldn't get over the hump and win a championship. You brought him a championship in Toronto.
Here's my issue, though. Here's my pushback.
And it wasn't like he was like a top 3, top 5 draft player. Oh, my God, we getting Kawhi Leonard.
There was only one player in the last 15 years, right? In the last 15 years, acquired in the last 15 years, drafted in the last 15 years, who we've compared to Michael Jordan. That's Kawhi Leonard. We didn't compare LeBron to Michael Jordan. We said LeBron is an updated version of Magic. We said Kawhi Leonard as a two-way player, mid-range game, the best two-way player since Michael Jordan. The best mid-range game since Michael Jordan. Could go for 40 without shooting a 3. Could lock you up on defense and could give you 35 plus on offense. The most efficient scorer from within the paint that's not a big. I mean, these were all the conversations that were being had about Kawhi. So if we have those conversations about Kawhi, and yet Kawhi, I say only gave you 2 chips because Steph has given you 4, because LeBron has given you because all of the other phenomenal greats of this generation compared to Michael Jordan have exceeded that. How can you say, Slick, that he lived up to that, the best since Michael Jordan? Take.
I'm not going to put that on Kawhi. I would put that on us.
Did you compare him to Jordan? Slick?
I did not compare him to Jordan.
Me either.
I did not compare him to Jordan.
Yeah, I didn't.
But anybody who saw him in that, I have heard the comparison.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I have heard the comparison. As far as a two-way player, he's as dominant as Michael was, right? But the fact that we put him in the same sentence before he got close to accomplishing it, to me is the people. It's that the fault is on the people who made the comparison more so than the player who didn't live up to it. Because Kawhi didn't say, I am Michael Jordan or I'm the next Michael Jordan. If he had said that, then I'm completely with you. Dog, you asked for something that you did not earn. Yeah. But I don't know that he did that.
I think another thing for me too is when do you want to look at the expectations that came in for Kawhi? Because if you go back to high school, he was a 2, maybe 3-star recruit, depending on who you asked. He gets to college at San Diego State. Mm-hmm. He's not highly touted.
San Diego State. He went to San Diego State.
Yeah, he went to San Diego State. That's what I'm saying.
He didn't go to UNC. He didn't go to Duke.
Yeah, he didn't go to any of the big colleges.
That's what I'm
went
saying.
to San Diego
Michael
State.
Jordan?
He wasn't highly touted there. The language around Kawhi was he's great defensively. He's got a nice motor, but can he score at the next level? Then he gets to the next level, and on that next level, he gets 2 championships with 2 different teams, 2 Finals MVPs with 2 different teams. Did he get 1 or 2 Defensive Player of the Years?
At least
one DPOY. So he got 1 DPOY. So depending on when you start the expectations for me, he's far exceeded them for his career.
Really?
Absolutely.
And coming in, if you'd have said, yo, Kawhi Leonard will be this.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you adjust your expectations.
Nah, but we talking about the great, I just.
Yeah.
I think he's done well for his career. I mean, I think he showed us that he's really, really great. So you probably expect more. But, but though, you got 2 chips. And
you know what
I'm saying? Like,
what I struggle with is he's so great as a player and as a two-way player, but he's never been the leader. Like, he's never been the vocal, let me gather guys together. He's led by example.
Don't start this. Don't start. You don't start this. That shit in professional sports don't matter. I hate people say that.
That's all that matters.
No, it don't. And them huddles with the Lakers, Shaq wasn't just doing all. No, give me the ball.
Oh God,
I mean, it's the truth. Oh. Yo, I can go to every single team that wins championships.
No, you can't.
All right, bro.
Your boy Brady like that?
Brady ain't them type of dude. He's not that type of guy. Like Kevin Durant, say what y'all want. When he came to the Warriors, that's why he's the MVP, right? He wasn't doing all that talking and all that. Draymond was. And Draymond was the 3rd best player in the squad, at 4th with Clay there.
No, that's fair.
So what I'm saying is, if you have
but are you saying it doesn't? You say on one hand you're saying it doesn't matter.
No.
And it doesn't. And on the other hand, you're saying Draymond was that guy.
Let me clear it up for you,
please.
That's my bad.
Clear it up for me too.
What I'm saying is,
the
best player on the team doesn't have to be the biggest vocal leader.
That's fair.
I know.
I agree.
So
I agree. I agree.
Thank you. And thank you for agreeing. Because I witnessed it from players that was great and they won and we can't win without them. And there's dudes that be in the back talking and all that, which you need. Or you have a really great coach that can do that. And they can lead by their vocal stuff. But all that vocal stuff don't matter if you can't score or score. Oh, that shit matters.
Let me refine this.
How much of talking?
Because of the teams that Kawhi was on, right? And let's face it, he basically shaped what the Clippers have been. Like, if you ask me what I feel about his career, I would say he's maximized.
I think no audio. Oh, sorry. 1 second, Rick. I think
Acho didn't pay the bill.
We got no audio for Slick?
Yeah, I think no. I don't think they can hear any of us right now. Let's see.
Yeah, see, that's what
they're saying no audio in the chat. Give us a second, real quick.
Told you, Slick.
Feed us up. Refresh.
Yeah. Refresh your audio. If y'all having no audio issues,
when you start saying all this, you gotta be the vote. That don't matter. The superstar, because I noticed Shaq wasn't vocally just leading all that. Give
Audio's
me the ball.
good. We're back up.
I'm out tonight. I'm a little heavier. I'm out of shape a little bit. Throw me in the post. We gonna win a championship. But let Derek Fisher do the talking. Let Rick Fox do the talking. Let him do the talking. Phil, what you got to say, Phil? Cool. That's the truth. Kevin Durant. What'd you say, Steve Kerr? What'd you say, Draymond? Cool. Let me go get buckets.
But would you agree that somebody has to do the talking?
Yes.
Somebody has to do it. And if nobody else is, then I think the onus is on your best player.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Way to set the table.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm done with it. You're right. Because everybody says that to people, right? And fans believe that.
Yeah, I hate when you tap out. Just don't tap. Don't tap out.
Because the truth is, that's bullcrap, right? There's got to be leaders, obviously, but some guys lead. The real lead is going to that court and getting it done. The real lead is going to that field and getting it done. You think Patrick Mahomes, he says a little bit. How he leads, he go out there and win games.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, he talk a little bit. You know, he gonna say it a little for the media. Oh, all that bull crap. The real lead is him going that field scoring touchdowns. But that's the truth.
Here's why I don't like what Shady's saying.
It's
because
the truth.
When you say the real
truth.
leading, that's implying that the other leadership is fake. And I think both are incredibly valuable.
No, not fake. That's not as important.
The reason I disagree is because, like, going into the Super Bowl, Mike Vrabel and them, somebody's going to have to instill belief into the Patriots because everybody got them as underdogs. Right? Like, somebody's going to have to be that one that gets you to believe, oh, I can actually do this. And then somebody got to actually go do it, to Shady's point. Somebody got to guard JSN. So whoever Ron, that's cool and all. That's cute and all. What you finna do when you run that post corner?
Yeah.
I need that 4-4 speed to shadow that post corner.
Okay.
So, like, I believe that both are incredibly valuable.
No. One's more valuable than the other one. You get anybody to go out there and talk you to death. See, like, when Brady does the talking like you just said, what makes Brady so special, because whatever he's saying, I believe what he's saying because I watched him do it on the field. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what makes you so valuable, though. When you talk to the Laker dudes, when Shaq and them in 2000 was doing their thing and all that, they always bring up Derek Fisher. Kobe always talks about Derek Fisher. And Derek Fisher ain't Kobe, but he led by some of his play, but a lot of his vocal. So, yes, they both are important, but the most important is the guy actually going out there and playing. They inspire me by the way you play. Oh, my God, that's a great pass. Oh, great shot. Oh, double. I want to follow him. I want to follow him because anybody can talk. And you look at all the best teams, the best player ain't the one doing the really talking.
Most of the teams, the best player is.
Okay. Like Lawrence Taylor, though. Like Lawrence Taylor with the Giants. He going to talk a little bit, but goddamn it, he gonna do crack and coke and beer. Right? We not following that, but we gonna follow him on that field. He gonna get sacks. He gonna win his games. It's the truth.
This is Speakeasy, Slick. This is the Speakeasy. We not at the old network. Slick.
For sure.
Slick, where can we find you? One of the most brilliant minds on all of basketball.
Yes, he is.
Where can we find you on social media? We at Rick Bucher still?
We're still at Rick Bucher. We're at Rick Bucher on the gram. We're on X. We're on you name it. That's where you'll find me.
Rick, what we working on right now?
We got a book coming out in May.
Nice.
The value of being coachable. One LaShawn Shady McCoy might be in the credits.
Good. Okay. Make sure he gets a copy, Slick. The value of being coachable.
I'll make sure. I'll send a half dozen to the studio there.
There you go.
There we go. Hey, Slick, it's an honor. Hey, can we get some applause in the chat for Slick?
Come on,
hold on, but Rick, sign my copy for me.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Appreciate you.
Hey, Rick, we'll get back out you, bro. Thank you, brother.
You got it.
That's my guy.
That is Rick Bucher. Beautiful people. Rick Bucher, I would suggest, is the most brilliant basketball mind out there covering the game.
Do you believe that
now.
stuff you were saying though, for real though?
Of course.
You think that the vocal stuff is just as important as the real work?
I think the vocal stuff gets the tier B and C players to get to an A level that we need in the big moments. The A players are the most important. Let's make no mistake about it. But Tom Brady needs Julian Edelman to make that catch.
Yeah.
Against the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. So I believe that Tom Brady is obviously most important.
But he's making catches all year. So he's a starter. So you know what I'm saying?
When you're down against the Falcons 28-3 at halftime, I'm sure Tom probably thinks they can come back. I'm not sure that, Chris Hogan does.
But stop. Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
Because we've seen Tom do it. I've seen this player do it. He can say, Tom don't have to say a word. When I walk to the locker room, we got Tom Brady. That's all you gotta say. Yeah. I don't need no speech.
So let me ask you, in that situation, if you, not you, now the team walks in and they see Brady and he's sitting there and he's locked in, he's dialed in, he don't got nothing to say, he's doing what he needs to do, which is not being vocal, let's just say hypothetically, to lock in, do you think the other guys are like, damn, Brady looks nervous, or what is he doing? Is he locking in? Is he good?
Let's stop. Because we playing this game.
Yeah.
What you just say? Brady looks nervous? What we talking about?
But I'm saying, if you're not telling me, yo, we gonna go out here and win this game,
it's not a real.
And I'm just looking at your body language, your movements or your lack thereof. What am I supposed to think? You tell me, if Tom Brady tells me, it means more than if he doesn't. That's my point.
Trey, I get it. This ask yourself though.
Yep.
You think Tom Brady's nervous? Ask yourself that for a second.
28-3 is crazy, Shady.
Do you think Tom Brady is nervous? That's all I'm asking you.
28-3 at halftime, I think there's a possibility he's nervous.
I probably wouldn't use the word nervous, but I think there's probably a sliver of doubt. Like, can we outscore them by 26 points in 24 minutes?
Yeah. Or even at most, there's disappointment. Tom Brady is disappointed in our performance as a team. So it would do me justice as just a guy on the team to hear, it's cool, y'all. I believe in y'all. We can come back and win this game.
Like even the real vernacular would be, hey, we gonna go out there and get 7. Y'all get a stop. We gonna go out there and get 7. Y'all get a stop. Hey, and we back in the ball game. Like, because to me,
so let's say the coach says that. Let's say everything you're saying, everything I'm saying. The coach says all that, and Tom can say, hey, let's go, boys, let's go.
That's enough. I think that's enough. Yeah, that would be enough for me. Yeah,
this is crazy.
That would be enough.
That's not. I mean, all I'm saying is that's enough for you because you know who the player is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't even say nothing.
Right. That's fair.
Hey, let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of quarterbacks saying things, Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders was talking about his coach's comments, his new coach Todd Monken, earlier today at the Pro Bowl. Y'all take a listen to what he had to say.
What's up?
He reportedly said this morning that your role is to be determined.
Say that one more time.
Todd Monken said this morning that your role is to TBD, to be determined. Mm-hmm. What's your reaction to that? What does that mean to you when you hear that?
I mean, that's what's expected. That's what's expected. I think each and every day I have to prove.
I respect that.
To everybody and to myself also. So it's kind of like having goals and accomplishing those goals, whether it's small goals, and the small goals will end up to long-term success. So it's kind of like just hit your landmarks on what you need to do. Focus more in depth on everything, on what you want to, and just be in control of your life. And
I like that answer.
Elaborate.
I love that answer for him, though. The coach is a new coach, right? I didn't have a great year, but I am a rookie, and rookies need to develop, and it takes time. And we see all these other quarterbacks that have a slow start as rookies, and then they get better, right? We see with Caleb Williams, who's the #1 draft pick overall 2 years ago. So I don't mind that. He's like, yo, I got to go out there and earn it. We got a new coach. He's not familiar with me. I'm going to go out and show him and earn my stripes. I like that.
Here's my issue with it, 025.
I love it, actually.
The issue that Kevin Stefanski ran into with Shedeur Sanders is he didn't have a defined role for Shedeur Sanders. Is Shedeur going to be the backup? Is Shedeur going to be the starter? Is Shedeur going to be the number 3? Is Shedeur going to be the number 4? Okay, we trade Kenny Pickett. Shedeur's the number 3. Okay, we're not going to start Joe Flacco during the preseason because he's a vet. Shedeur don't get no reps. Okay, we trade Joe Flacco. Shedeur's the number 2. Shedeur had a completely undefined role in Cleveland, and as a result of that undefined role, that was a part of the reason Kevin Stefanski was hated, along with losing games. If you're Todd Monken 25, I do not know that you can come into the season and be like, man, we don't really have a defined role for Shedeur Sanders. I think you got to come in and say, Shedeur's the guy. Now, whether you believe that or not, you say it. Kevin O'Connell, J.J. McCarthy's the guy. We don't know if he believed it or not, but he said it. But if you come in here and do the same thing that Kevin Stefanski did, how can you expect A, to win over the fan base, and how can you expect B, to get good results?
I don't worry about no fan base. If Trey could be the quarterback for the Browns and they win 10 games, the fans are going to love that coach.
Yep.
So I don't care about that. Number 2, and Trey, I'm just saying, like, me, you, anybody.
You
okay. right. Okay. 2. Because the Browns quarter's been badly, so I was thinking,
Anyway, you can just throw anybody in there.
Right.
Just a guy that does social media.
As long as they winning, that's what I care about. Number 2 is Monken just got there. How long he been there? For 2 weeks?
Yeah.
If that.
I
ain't have enough time to really dissect the team and the quarterbacks and who's this and who's that, and if it was the plays that was called, was the guys dropping passes, or they ain't even been there long enough to do that.
Yeah.
So you ask about Shedeur, it's like, yo, to be continued. I mean, because you said J.J. McCarthy, but J.J. McCarthy was a first-round draft pick. As in, we're giving this guy millions of dollars, right, as a rookie, to be here for the franchise. Shedeur, it was wrong, but they drafted him in the 5th round. So it's not like a guaranteed role. And then he had to climb his way up to start. You know what I'm saying? So let Tom Monken get in there and really dissect the offense, dissect the film, the tape, how good he probably don't know how good Shedeur is. Mm-hmm. Right? I know he liked him because he said we wanted to draft you. With the Ravens, we wanted to draft you. So he probably liked him from college, but he probably didn't watch his NFL tape yet. He's been there for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it's hard to give guys roles. Now, if the dude was making $15 million or $20 million, well, He got to have a role.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that answer, and I love Shedeur's answers because he's basically saying, yo, it's cool. He a new coach. He don't know me like that. But he going to love me eventually when he see me play, see my work ethic, see how better I get in the off season.
Can I just push back on one thing Shady said?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't.
I got answers.
Okay, bet. I don't like the idea of him not having time to dissect the offense and do all these things simply because, and Shady, you wouldn't know this because you haven't been a regular guy. But in the interview process, you come into the interview having already known what is this company's mission. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? I'm doing all of that research before I even apply for the job.
That's fair.
So I think actually Todd Monken should have known going into the interview, let alone having been hired for now 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever days, what his game plan was going to be to turn this program around. You know what the weaknesses are. Okay. Y'all are losing games.
Okay.
So
I got you.
Yep.
So most jobs, because you can relate to this, right?
Yes, because
Bet. So most jobs, when you apply for them, you coming to work for them, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's a difference. Because Todd Monken ain't go beat on the Browns' door. Yo, hire me. They wanted him. Yeah, they wanted him.
Okay.
So y'all invite me up to y'all seat. Yeah, so y'all roll the red carpet down for me because y'all want me. It's a different thing. If I'm asking for a job or you asking me
to fill the job.
Come on now. So It's a total different level.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it again. I don't mind that. Because they probably asked me in the interview room, hey, man, we want you. How can you help our team? This and that, all that stuff. I like the things you did with Lamar Jackson. I like what you did. Yeah, he's telling all that type of stuff. That's what I bring to the Cleveland.
Isn't the first question that Todd Monken should have been able to answer, what is your plan for Shedeur Sanders? It is not a great draft class at quarterbacks. We do not want to trade up for the number 1 pick and go get Fernando Mendoza, who we don't know if he's a sure thing. Right. So what is your plan for Shedeur?
How do you know that was the main question?
If it was,
how do you know? We don't know that.
So if it was the main question, I don't like Todd Monken's indifference. What I would have wanted is Shedeur's a guy. Oh, I'm building this team around Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur showed me flashes last year.
Hold up. This is what I'm saying. How does he know that? How does he know that?
That's my point. Whether he knows it or not, lie. That's what Kevin O'Connell did about J.J. McCarthy. Yeah, I don't know if he knows it or not.
It's not the same, bro. You talking about J.J. McCarthy was a first-round draft pick.
And Shedeur is a first-round talent.
It's different. The monies are different. The title's different. The commitment is different. You tell me a commitment to a first-round?
Of course not. Of course not.
Okay, so you come in this room, right, and you talk about J.J. McCarthy. You know what? We had Sam Darnold had a really, really good year, but damn. We got a first-round guy we drafted in the first round to be our franchise guy. The conversation's over. Sam, bye. Okay, we had a 5th-round draft pick that we really, really like that had to fight and claw to get where he's at, right? What do we do with him? Let the coach get in the office and watch some film and learn about Shedeur, right? Good or bad? Was it the picks that he might have had? Was it his fault? Was it tip passes? Was it bad?
Push back.
Hold on. Was it bad offensive line play? Like all these things matter. Y'all want this dude to say today after being there for 2 weeks, you know what? We're gonna do this with Shedeur. Like no.
Here's why. Because anybody who you have to depend on next season, blind confidence. You know you're gonna have to depend on Denzel Ward. You know you're going to have to depend on a freakazoid like Myles Garrett. You know you're going to have to depend on those starting linebackers. Carson Schwarzenegger probably going to win Defensive Player Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
You know you're going to have to depend on what's that running back from Ohio State? Quinshon Judkins. And I need him to get back. He's a guy.
Okay.
Harold Fannin. Hey, we need him to grow. He's a guy. Shedeur, we'll see the plan for him. To me, 2-5, if there was another quarterback who you might want to wrestle with, sure, be indecisive. But what's the alternative? A free agent?
Bro. I just think, like, you talking about Myles Garrett, he's the highest paid guy in the league. He's going to be there. Denzel Ward's a freaking all-pro, Pro Bowl player. He's going to be there. These guys, you can't, if Monken didn't like them, he can't even get away from them guys. Can't even get away from them.
But, okay, great.
Shedeur,
can you get away from Shedeur?
Everything's optional. You know what I mean? He's a rookie. Everything's optional. He's a 5th-round guy. Everything's optional. This is what I'm saying, though. My point is, I love what Shedeur said, and I love what Monken said, because I just got here for 2 weeks. Let me really dissect this offense, see where it was struggling at, see where it was good at, where it was bad at. The quarterback, watch Shedeur's tape. Man, I like him because I want to draft him with the Ravens. Now I hear, can I improve him? Can we help with the offensive line? Like, let him look at the whole game plan of the offense and see what he needs to do. And I respect he didn't get up there and just be lying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I respect that because when he watched the tape, there's probably things that Shedeur can do better. He can watch the tape. He gonna see this offensive line is terrible. When he watches the tape, he's gonna find out that we need a number one receiver. All these things matter.
Here's my last thought on it though. Before we move though, 2-5. I don't know if Todd Monken can afford to not start Shedeur Sanders. He's not coming in as a proven head coach. He's not coming in as a bona fide offensive genius like Ben Johnson. So Todd Monken doesn't have enough equity to come out here and be like, you know what? Shedeur is going to come into camp at number 2. After what happened last year, Shedeur's been overlooked. 5th round pick. Came into camp at number 4. Moved into number 3. Y'all put Dylan Gabriel ahead of him. I don't know 2-5.
But he ain't doing it. He's not doing that. All he's saying is, yo, to be continued. He don't know. He don't know yet. What's wrong with that? He don't know yet. Shedeur could be the number 1 dude right away. Or they might bring in a guy for he don't know yet. That's why he's not even answering.
I guess the hard part for me is how many teams, not even how many teams, is it fair to say the Browns are the only team in football, maybe outside of the Falcons or maybe outside of injury, the Browns are the only team in football that have a question about their quarterback going into next season? The Raiders quarterback, we know who it's going to be. The Saints quarterback, we know who it's going to be. The Titans quarterback, know who it's going to be. Giants quarterback, know who it's going to be. Falcons quarterback, if Penix is healthy, if he were healthy.
The Cardinals, we don't know who's going to be for Cardinals.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
but that's just football though, right? Like, and I think talking to Shedeur, you know, we talked about not like this situation, but different things in this football. Like I think he understands that.
Yeah.
His dad is Dion, so you know, I was a 5th round quarterback. They try to hold me back, but I broke through. You know, I didn't have a great year, but I had a solid year because I'm a rookie.
Yeah.
All rookies have struggling years, right? Yep. But I show flash of being good. I show flash of having talent. And he knows he got to show up there and compete. There's nothing wrong with that. And I like a coach that says, you know what, hey, look, I'm not going to give you nothing. I'm going to let you earn it. And I think Shedeur, his whole life, he's been earning it.
Yeah.
He went to Jackson State, for God's sakes. Earned it there.
Yeah.
Then he goes to Colorado. Ain't nothing given to Colorado. Who's going there? Mm-hmm. Earns it there. So I don't, even with the Browns, dog, they didn't get to do no 1st round reps, and he earned it there. So I think everything Shedeur is going to have to go through, he's cool with, because he's been through it. I think Tom Monken did a good job of his press conference. I'm not going to do no lies. Hey, look, we like Shedeur. Let me watch the offense and see who's better, because the truth is, that's a bad team.
Yeah.
And a lot of them guys on that squad, they don't have no guaranteed spots if I'm the head coach either.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? It's only a couple dudes like, yo, you know what? He got, so.
Hey, Todd Monken said something incredibly questionable. We will get to that momentarily because he said something I absolutely hated. Shout out to y'all tuning into this show right now. If you're watching, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button.
Tune in, man.
We self-funding this show, so y'all make sure y'all support Black people during Black History Month.
We or you?
Okay.
We?
I'm self-funding this show.
There you go.
There you go. Because I will still the credit. They already think it's mine. You know what I mean? Like, yo, 2-5, you got the... Yeah, you know, I put some money in that joint. You know what I mean? You know me, Acho, we split it 50-50. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I could flex like that.
Except my expenses are 100%. Social Trade, what's up with the Super Chats?
Listen, we do have a lot of Super Chats to get to, so I'm going to get to them as quick as I can. Our guy, I'm assuming, is a guy. If you're not, let me know. I can do 413.
Hey,
back in the super chat with a $100 super chat.
Oh, he coming out strong.
Coming out strong. It's been a while. It's been a while.
We go strip club together if you want to.
Hold on, Shady. I told you. What? He's a man of faith.
His
whole
username
handle is I can do all things through Christ.
I just told y'all boys, man. I know people that got baptized in the strip clubs, man. Y'all thinking negative all the time. That's all y'all do. I know people that go to strip clubs to get some food and leave.
What do you do if you go to the?
Y'all gotta get out more, man.
What do you do? The people want to know, Shady, what do you do when you go to the strip club?
The world is bigger than the Speakeasy. All right?
That's true.
Y'all gotta go outside a little more.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
You not answering that question? I can do 413 $100 super chat says standing up for Shady on the Reed versus McVay talk. Disrespectful to compare Andy Reid, Eagles, 4 consecutive division chips, 4 NFC chips,
check,
1 Super Bowl game,
check,
Chiefs, 9 consecutive division chips, 7 consecutive AFC chips, 6 Super Bowl games, 3 Super Bowl chips. Debate over.
It was silly though. And you know what? I was like, man, are they serious? After the show, I said, yo, was that for clicks? Acho said, nah. I'm like, what?
Trey, what's up with the super chat?
We got another $50 super chat from I Can Do. Follow right up with a $50 joint. And say every great player leads differently. Some vocal, some in actions. But when you know a guy shows up consistently, you have confidence because he's come through before. Actions speak louder than words.
For sure.
Like we knew Shady was going to give us crazy work.
That's fair.
Holla.
That's
and
fair.
Guess what? You think Tim Duncan's talking a lot? You think Tim Duncan talking?
Yeah, but he had TP. And TP gonna oui, mon ami. So we got the.
I don't know Tim. I don't know Parker.
You
said Tony Parker?
Parle France. Yeah.
I don't know if he was talking. I don't think he was. You know what was talking though? Pop.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. I agree with that though, because
thank you.
I can do 413. He be leading by example. $100 super chat, $50 super chat.
Yeah.
That's how you. I don't want him to just talk.
Yeah. No.
Actions
Speak louder than words.
Close them doors.
And money speaks louder than it all.
Close
the doors.
Where we at, Trey?
Last two I got. Skylar Sam 21 said, "I know we holding Chameleon Bear accountable when he's back. It was dope seeing QB1 have fun at the bowl tonight. Shameless plug for Shady's Twitch. I was chopping it up with him earlier today. Get in there, regulars. Go Birds."
Wait. Run that back.
Shameless plug for Shady's Twitch. He said he's chopping up with you.
He said, yeah.
Oh, that was you on the joint?
Yeah, Skylar Sam. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Shady got a Twitch. It's popping. Y'all make sure y'all support everybody in the Speakeasy. You know what I'm saying?
What's the Twitch name?
I got a Twitch too.
Hold on. He about the front. Let's watch it. What's the Twitch, dude?
It's two.
Yo, look, check it out, man. He did all that fake fronting like that.
Okay.
Listen. Real Shady 717.
Yeah.
Get the Twitch. Holla at your boy.
I'll let him.
Okay. I got a Twitch too. Find me on social media. Yeah, I need all the Twitch followers I can get.
Trey,
Last one I got, the Disciple sent a $20 super chat and said,
Disciple.
"Man, stop talking about Stefanski. He's in Atlanta now. Slate clean."
That's fair. Slate clean.
Thank
Then
you.
let's
Slate
talk
clean.
about the Browns' current coach. I can't believe that I heard this nonsense come out of this man's
You said some more
mouth.
stuff you don't like?
This one even worse. When I was preparing for the Cleveland Browns job, I wasn't chipping Jim Schwartz. I was chipping Myles Garrett. That's what Todd Monken had to say. Let me fast forward because it's later on in the clip. Take a listen.
We're going to keep the same system. We're still going to let them attack. We're still going to let them play free. I can't see any other way. They're a big reason why I took this job. The defensive players. I didn't take this job because of Jim Schwartz. I have a lot of respect for Jim Schwartz. As I would hope he has for me. But I took it because of the players that are here, the ownership, Andrew Berry, and the ability to build this roster from the ground up on the offensive side. So, and I said this to the other guys. I didn't think I'd say it, but I'm going to say it. When I was prepared.
Pause. Don't ever say what follows. I didn't think I'd say it, but I'm going to say it. Whatever you say after that, you probably shouldn't say.
Agreed.
Put the screen up, Rome, so your boy can hit play.
Preparing for the Cleveland Browns, I wasn't trying to chip Jim Schwartz. I was chipping Myles Garrett. And when I was sliding a protection to the outside backers or Grant Delpit that were blitzing off the edge, I was sliding the protection to the players. And when I was worried about throwing to the right against Denzel Ward or Tyson Campbell to the left, that's who I was worried about throwing.
Oh, brother.
This guy stinks.
Here's why I hate this.
Help me out.
Jim Schwartz is a top 3 defensive coordinator in football right now, especially when you think isolated from a tree. Gus Bradley, Robert Saleh, D'Amico Ryans, Dan Quinn, they all same tree. When you think about how he uniquely runs the system, Jim Schwartz is a top 3 defensive coordinator in football. In Cleveland, sorry Cleveland, Jim Schwartz has had the number 1 total defense and the number 5 total defense. Jim Schwartz is still in limbo of whether or not he's going to return to the Browns. He likely won't because they overlooked him to get another head coach. Why would you take a shot at a man that several of your players love, by the way? Why would you take a shot at a man who has created a scheme that helped Myles Garrett break the NFL sack record? Because, by the way, Jim Schwartz's schemes has stopped the run on the way to the quarterback. There are several schemes where even the great Myles Garrett would not have broken the sack record, not because Myles Garrett doesn't have the talent to break the sack record, but Myles Garrett didn't have the scheme to break the sack record. Why would you insult a man who is beloved by the players and who has helped the Browns command a number 1 defense in football for a moment? Why would you not do everything you can to try to retain the man? Now, you might suggest, Acho, Schwartz ain't coming back. That ship has set sail. But why would you want to insult a coach when you might have to potentially fill that coach's position? If you're a defensive coordinator and you're looking for a job and you hear what Todd Monken just had to say about Jim Schwartz, why would you want to go to a place where he's completely undermined the value of the coach and said it's about the player? Todd Monken, yeah, Lamar Jackson was an MVP before you, but they got rid of Greg Roman and brought you to Baltimore because of you, because of your mind, because of your intellect, because of the value that you're bringing, Todd Monken. I just don't see the wisdom in insulting a coach that, one, you would love to have, and 2-5, I just don't see the wisdom in insulting a coach that's still technically on the roster that a lot of players love. To me, foolish decision. While trying to praise the players, Shady, just praise the players. You don't got to praise the players by insulting the coach. That to me is why I'm like, I just hated it.
That wasn't that bad to me. I mean, maybe we see things differently, but I mean, all he said is, hey, look, man, I'm here for the players. I'm here for the ownership, to build a roster up. I came here to be with these defensive players that they have here. He talked about, and he gave examples. I wasn't really worried about no Schwartz game plan or the way he structures defense. I was worried about Myles Garrett.
Yep.
I wasn't worried about, the secondary that Jim Schwartz wanted to do. I was worried about Denzel Ward. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I guess we're getting eclipsed, but I'm sure the question was, how do you – that's probably what happened. From listening to the interview, it was probably a question asked, well, what are you going to do that Schwartz might not be there? And he probably answered like, look, I ain't really worried about him. My decision to come here wasn't about him. It was about the players they have on defense. And that's an honest answer, and it's a true answer.
But don't you think
I hate when sometimes we make the coaches out to be more than what they are. There are really good coaches, and you need them. And if you ain't like a top-tier guy, and you're just really, really good, cool. But this is a football players-driven league.
But let me ask you this. Honest answer and true answer. But couldn't it still be a dumb answer? Because
I don't think it's a dumb answer.
The Minnesota Vikings, they realize they need Brian Flores. That's why they paid him $6 million. Reports suggested they're paying a defensive coordinator, the most money in the history of football for a defensive coordinator, Brian Flores, $6 million. Because they're like, you know what? Yeah, we probably need you. Don't you think 2-5, like, sure, it's real. Hey, I didn't come here for a coach. But having the number one defense in football, which the Browns have had, total defense, that helps, especially when you got to build your offense from the ground up.
And he said that. He said I have a lot of respect for Schwartz. He did say that. But I'm sure the question was asked, how do you feel about now your defense coordinator not really being here? And he's like, yo, I'm not here for him. I'm here for the ownership. I'm here for the GM. And I'm here for these defensive players. And he gave examples of like, oh, it's not about the coordinator. It's about when I played these dudes, I knew what the hell they had over there. I knew the type of linebackers and the defensive studs they had. I came here for them. I don't care. I didn't come here for no coach.
Here's why I think, Shady, I think you're underestimating coaching. Odafe Owe, we talked about him. He was a first-round pick for the Ravens. Ravens traded him in the middle of the season. He was sorry. Had like 2 sacks in Baltimore. Goes to the Chargers, finishes the season with 10 sacks in 7 games, 3 in a playoff game, because Jesse Minter said, you know what, I'm going to unleash him. Zach Orr, defensive coordinator from the Ravens, in his second year as a defensive coordinator, completely underwhelmed. He didn't know how to use Odafe Owe. So this same Odafe, who was a 10-sack talent, was a 2-sack talent because he didn't have that coordinator.
Yeah.
I think you're underestimating the value of Jim Schwartz.
I respect that. But the good thing about these Browns, they got players with names and you know who the hell they are. Yeah, so I don't have to hope this coach can unleash these guys. They're already unleashed. Yeah, that's the difference. So the difference is we ain't got to guess and hope and pray and put our fingers together and cross our hands and hopefully this guy can. No, we don't need that because we already know the guys that got on there on defense, they already are unleashed. And I don't mind that.
But they see, to me, they got 2 guys, bona fide. Myles Garrett.
The other quarterback ain't bad either, though. What's his name? He just mentioned him. Number 0.
Grant Delpit. Grant Delpit is safety.
He's nice, but the other corner that he mentioned.
He mentioned Delpit, and I don't remember the other corner that he mentioned. I don't remember the other corner.
I forget his name, but he's nice too, though.
They had Greg Newsome, but Greg Newsome is over there in Jacksonville now.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting here
Newsome was nice. That's what Newsome.
If you're Jim Schwartz was a defensive coordinator for the Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I like Schwartz. And I played against him years ago. I like him. But what I'm saying is, for his message he's saying, they asked the brother, yo, how do you feel about Schwartz not being here type thing? And he's like, I ain't come here for him. I came here for them defensive gangsters they got over there.
Yeah.
I know how good they are. And you know how I know how good they are? Because I played against them. When I was setting my offense up to go against them twice a year, I wasn't worried about no Jim Schwartz. I was worried about freaking Myles Garrett. How I'm going to block him? How I'm going to slide to him? And then when we throw on the ball to our best wide receiver, if it's Zay Flowers, how can I get Zay Flowers off of Denzel Ward? That's what he's saying.
Can a coach make a great player sorry? Because I think a coach can.
I don't think. Can a great player be sorry from coaching? No.
From coaching, a.k.a. system?
No, not a great player.
You ain't seen a great player in a bad system?
You said a great player being sorry. No.
Can a great player be average? Can he make a great player average?
No. Average? No. Can a great player in a bad system not be as great? Yes. Can a great player in a bad system not be as elite? Yes. Can a great player in a bad system be average?
Okay.
Sorry?
Let me flip it. Let me flip it.
Hell no.
Can an average player, because I know the answer to this one, but let me just see what you're going to say. Can an average player be great in a good system?
I think an average player can be really good in a great system.
Sam Darnold.
DeMarco Murray. Alfred Morris.
I thought Marco Murray was good. But yeah, an average player can be good in a good system. Yeah, for sure.
So then it's like coaching can turn you from average
to better.
To great. DeMarco Murray led the league in rushing.
Yeah, but that don't make you great because you had one good year. I don't make you great. You had one good year. Cool. All right. I don't know why I'm saying DeMarco Murray was great.
Probably first 3 years. Because he had an 1,800-yard season.
I mean, I would never call him great. But all right, everybody's different.
You know what I mean? It is interesting. It is interesting. Social Trade, we have any super chats? You want me to keep it moving for now?
Let me double check. Yeah, we do have a couple. Actually, just one. I'll get to real quick.
Damn,
so VivB958 said, did the Giants just put a roof over Jackson Dart's growth with the Matt Nagy hire? Will he help or hurt Dart and the Giants?
Say it again. Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
That was a lot. Did the Giants just put a roof over Jackson Dart's growth? Basically, put a cap on his ceiling with the Matt Nagy hire. Will he help or hurt Dart and the Giants?
Just hired him.
I see. Head coach is different from a coordinator, because I feel like when you're a head coach, you got to lead men like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's some coordinators that are really, really good at calling plays, at creating a game plan, creating a system, but they don't necessarily lead the offense. That's the truth.
But he's asking because Nagy finna be the OC.
I know, but that's what I'm getting there. So what I'm saying is like, Nagy's a smart-minded dude. I mean, what's the backup quarterback? He was so bad too. For the Bills, white dude who played for the Bears, Trubisky.
Yep. That's what I'm pulling up right here. Yeah. Hey, Ron, pull this up.
I mean, bro, he had Trubisky playing decent one year. I was like, man.
Mitch Trubisky under Matt Nagy in 2018 had an 11-3 record, 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, made a Pro Bowl when the Pro Bowl was still legitimate. This is what Matt Nagy was able to do with Mitch Trubisky. So to answer your question in a little more detail, I would suggest, and I'm just showing y'all the highlighted column, I would suggest that like he could have Jackson Dart, at least for a moment, popping off. If you sorry, you sorry, because Matt Nagy couldn't do nothing with Justin Fields.
But most people can't either. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think Jackson Dart is a lot better than
Fields.
No, him too. Trubisky? Oh,
it's too early. It's too early. Because remember,
right.
Too early.
I think he's more talented.
Fair, yes, sir.
Way more talented. Right. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, let's get to this because speaking of talent, y'all got to hear this. Fred Warner, best linebacker in football, when talking about his arch rival, the Seattle Seahawks. Well, I just need y'all to listen to it because you won't believe it if I say it.
Weakness.
Me too.
To exploit.
Me too. The weakness.
Fred, they really got it like that this year?
I hate to say it because, man, obviously I don't like Seattle. I don't like the Rams. Don't like the Cardinals. Everybody in the division you don't like. But, of course, you got to give respect where it's due. And Seattle's done it at the highest level all year long.
Fred, you are not going to sit here on this couch and tell me there's no weakness to the Seattle Seahawks.
It's tough to say. It is. But, here's the thing, though. When you're talking about a Super Bowl, it's not about who the best team is. It's about who's the best team for that 60 minutes in the game. And anything can happen, right?
No weaknesses on the Seattle Seahawks. All-pro linebacker, Fred Warner, who is not going to lend the Seahawks a compliment for no reason. He says that. Seahawks are obviously favored to win this game. I was talking to Shady. When I see the Seahawks, I don't see that many weaknesses either. When I see the Seahawks defensively, whether you got Witherspoon out there at corner,
nice.
Whether you got Love and Bryant at safety, Eamon Warry at linebacker, Ernest Jones at linebacker, Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams at tackle, DeMarcus Lawrence at one edge rusher. I do not see the weaknesses. You cannot out-athlete the Seattle Seahawks. They are faster than you. They are bigger than you. They are more aggressive than you. They are taller than you. When I look at the Seattle Seahawks, especially defensively, I don't see the weaknesses. Now you look at offense. Kenneth Walker, dude. Cooper Kupp, Jackson Smith, Both dudes. You have a dude that's the best receiver in football potentially right now, and you got another dude that's a Triple Crown winner in Cooper Kupp, a Super Bowl MVP. You got the offensive line, especially on the exterior of the offensive line, incredibly solid. A.J. Barner stepped up at tight end, and Sam Darnold just last game, 3 touchdowns, 346 yards, no interceptions. When you look at the Seattle Seahawks team, you're hard-pressed to find a weakness. If you come out Shady with 2 tight ends, they're more athletic than you. If you come out there with 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end, they're more physical than you. It is hard for me to find a weakness in the Seattle Seahawks, but you know football is good, if not better than anybody. What you think?
Yeah, man, they're a really good defense, and they play really well together, man. They play hungry, they play stingy, they fast, they physical, everything you talked about. So I can agree with what Fred's saying, but I will say this, man, just because you got all these, you have no flaws, don't mean you can't be beat.
Do they have flaws?
Nah, not really. I would be honest saying that, not really. I mean, I did see the Rams go up and down the field on them a couple times. That's true. Matter of fact, damn, every time they played them, they went up and down on them.
Mm-hmm. Except the first one, 17-20. Yeah,
however you want to do it. The last 2 times they played, they went up and down the field.
Yeah.
So I think they can be beat. I think you can make plays on them, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. I mean, they're a really good defense for a reason. I just think that it's the NFL. And as much as we're giving them that credit on defense, like, they going to get some other good team that's coached very, very well, that has an MVP candidate quarterback in Drake May, and the wide receiver core, maybe they don't have a lot of big names other than Stephon Diggs, but them dudes do compete, and they make plays. And it's going to be a good game. I truly believe that. It's like nobody's giving the Patriots a chance. I'm thinking, like, how? Like, how not? Because, like, if I ask you a question, right? So you said the defense don't have no flaws, correct?
Yep.
What about their offense? Do their offense have any flaws?
I think the interior part of their offensive line, I think the question mark at quarterback, if there's still a question mark. If there still is. If there still is a big game question mark. He's had as many.
I don't want forget the big game. I'm asking you a simple question. Trey, can you get in here too, please?
Yeah. What's the question? What's up?
I want Acho go first. I want you to go second.
Okay.
When you look at this team, because I ain't gonna talk about the defense, because you said defense have no flaws, right? And they're really good on special teams. So special teams and defense, they're really, really good, no flaws, right? Do they have any flaws on the offensive side of the ball?
I think it would be unfair to still question playoff Sam Darnold. You can. I just think it would be unfair.
I just asked so yes or no.
I've never seen Sam Darnold in a Super Bowl.
Wait, hold up, man. We're not talking about, they ain't played Super Bowl yet. I'm just asking you, do they have any flaws on all? This is a hard question, I guess. This is like a SAT or something like that. I'm asking you, you said they have no flaws on defense and they're great on special teams. That's in the box.
I think.
Do they have any flaws on offense? Simple question.
I don't think they have a receiving threat out the backfield.
That's the. All right.
Number one wide receiver.
Okay. So this might be the only team in the last 50 years that have no flaws on offense. No. Cool. This whole team is just flawless. All right. Sure. Yeah. Now, what do you think? Do they have any flaws on defense? You said no. Special teams is really, really good. No flaws. Do they have any flaws on offense?
So let me think. So running back core is solid.
Yep.
Check.
Receiving core
solid.
Very solid.
Yeah.
Okay. The line is decent. Tight ends.
I'm good enough. Tight ends is real good solid. Too. Man.
So then I get to the quarterback. Mm-hmm. And what immediately comes to my mind is former guest in the Speakeasy, Julian Love.
Yeah.
When asked about Sam Darnold's impact on the Seahawks offense.
What he say?
He said, and I'm going to paraphrase, something along the lines of, we believe in our run game.
Damn.
So if I had to pinpoint a weakness based on Sam Darnold's own teammate saying that he believes in the run game when asked about his quarterback, I would say it's probably the quarterback.
Here's the problem with that. Oh, they pulling you in the back.
Oh, wait. Do you have any flaws on offense? Okay.
They said no in the back.
Oh, no. The guy that said no is a Panther fan.
Yeah, he is. That was crazy. Yeah. Ron thought we wouldn't hear his voice.
Seahawks fans, do you have any flaws in the offense?
Sometimes.
Here's the hard part, though. Peep this for a second. Imagine a world where the Seahawks' greatest flaw just threw for 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. If that is a flaw, so be it.
So say no then. Just say no then. So you should be saying that the Seahawks on offense has no flaws. That's what you should say then.
The flaw is the quarterback. But the quarterback
has been hooping. He's been hooping.
So say no then. So this
I did.
So no.
They don't have any flaws right now.
So this team has no flaws on defense, has no flaws on special teams, and no flaws on offense.
I can give you the flaws on defense. But I know defense I know defense well. So I can give you the flaws on defense. Defensively, I'm going to make them come out there with 3 linebackers, and I'm going to attack number 42, Drake Thomas. That's what I'm going to do. And if I come out there in nickel, I'm attacking Tariq Woolen, because up here, can't trust him. Athletic, most athletic corner probably in football when you consider height, length, and speed. But up here, there's a reason he went to the bench after having like 5 interceptions as a rookie. So I think Tariq Woolen intellectually, I think flawed. I think Drake Thomas athletically, I think flawed. And if I can get Julian Love or Kobe Bryant in coverage, I also think flawed. Because I think those safeties are really intellectual safeties. I think they're athletically limited as it pertains to being elite.
Man.
So if I can get them in coverage, those are the flaws. But that's minutia, 2-5. That's minutia.
So you break all that. It's funny. You break all that down with these players that are very, very efficient in the way they play. But we get to the offense. You tell me you can't break it down like that either, though.
Yeah, I gotta rock with Shady on this one.
You know what? That's crazy, yo.
Because the same things that you said about the defenders, you know, the intellect and the coverages and the different things.
Crazy, man.
Shady's point when they played the Rams was the Rams made it easy on Sam Darnold. So if the Patriots don't make it easy on Sam Darnold, is that a flaw?
Here's my thing though. 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks is hard in a high school game.
Okay.
It's very hard in a college Division I game.
Sure.
In an NFL playoff game, it's near impossible.
Okay? Yeah.
So like as easy as they made it, and they did, it's hard for me to say they made it easy. I think Kubiak helped make it easy. Like Kubiak was designing some stuff.
Yeah.
So as easy as they made it, Sam Darnold still had to go do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you play Steph Curry one-on-one and you don't switch, and he drops 50, you made it easy on him. But he still dropped 50.
Yeah.
You feel me? If you play drop coverage off all screens and you let him shoot them, you made it easy on him.
Yeah.
But if he goes 11 for 13 from three-point line, he still went 11 for 13 from three-point line. So I'm saying 346.
Hey, I believe you right,
3
man.
tugs, no picks.
But
no flaws, bro.
But can we not put Steph Curry and Sam Darnold in the? Can we not do that?
I can't believe he just did that. That's
sure. Can we?
I'm trying to move on,
Let's refrain from.
You could use Drew Holiday.
That was that.
He's using Drew Holiday too. He's using Drew Holiday and Steph Curry.
I'm not as mad about
Sam Darnold is 4 quarters. If the Seahawks win this game, Sam Darnold's winning MVP. Just by the way,
it'd be more like T.J. McConnell doing let's yeah.
But I'm just so
I like that.
So we
that's
all
a good
know.
One. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So we're all aware. If the Seahawks win this game, Sam Darnold is more than likely winning
going
MVP.
To be the Super
And
Bowl
what's that
MVP.
mean?
Yeah,
and that means what? And that means what?
That means that he was the
It's
best player
that game.
Correct.
That's cool. And then we'll have the same conversation next year. Same conversation next year.
No, we have to completely change the conversation.
How?
Shady,
we have to completely
this conversation don't change.
My quarterback in Philadelphia has done this and more. And actually was like a real good player, like, Pro Bowl.
With a much better team, though.
An all-pro, however it is, all-pro. And he wins the MVP and all that. And they beat the Chiefs, not no Patriots team. The Chiefs. The team that won the division like 9 times in a row.
Yeah, with a much better team.
Cool. Beat them. And we still have questions about, and everybody always questioning him still to this day. And you tell me Sam Darnold here behind me is just going to change that thing around just like that?
I'll say this. People don't question Jalen Hurts' clutch. They question his talent. All I'm saying we got to change around Sam Darnold if he goes win Super Bowl MVP. We can't question his clutch anymore. You still want to question his talent? I'm with you. But the question around Sam Darnold wasn't so much a talent question. It was he saw ghosts. It was he played the Detroit Lions Week 18 last season, crapped the bed.
Sold.
It was he played the Los Angeles Rams in the playoffs last season, completely sold. Played the Rams week earlier this year, threw 4 picks. Played the Rams again, threw 2 picks. Played the Rams in the playoffs, went crazy. So Shady's right in the sense of Sam Darnold questions are still fair, just not Sam Darnold clutch questions. That's the only thing.
Oh, he's clutch now. Okay,
but for you, he silences all that after this game if they win.
Bro, if you play in a game that I never played in, a game that maybe 35 quarterbacks have started in because multiple quarterbacks, both teams, I apologize. If you play in a game that all these QBs have played in, and you are the best player in the biggest game of your life, I'm not going to question your clutch gene.
Yeah.
I can still
Yeah,
question.
that's fair.
I can still question other stuff, but I'm not going to question your clutch gene. I'll question a bunch of other stuff, but not. It's disrespectful to question a Super Bowl MVP's clutch gene. A Super Bowl MVP is clutch gene. Trey, I know we got some super chats. Too.
We do have some super chats from somebody that is near and dear to us, actually. We got two $50 super chats.
Okay.
From our guy, Care Bear Kieran.
Oh, he in the chat.
He's in the chat.
He's alive and well.
Did
He
pay?
is alive and well.
Is he
His
good?
most recent chat. Now, he didn't send a super chat when he said this, but he said, man, I get how y'all be feeling in the chat now. These dudes tripping. So he don't like what we got to say right now. But his super chat said,
Look at this shit, though.
What does super chat say, bro?
Y'all see my boy Rain Dakota Prescott lead that NFC comeback in the Pro Bowl, and y'all say he can't perform under pressure.
What'd he say?
Okay.
y'all
said-
see
you
my
sound- you
boy
sound just like you
Rain
know- you sound
Dakota.
like you doing that.
Y'all see my boy Rain Dakota Prescott lead that NFC comeback in the Pro Bowl, and y'all say he can't perform
So,
under pressure.
I would have been like hell of a comeback, except I saw the AFC quarterbacks in the Pro Bowl.
Who won
and,
those by chance?
Can we just show y'all the announcement and put yourself in Joe Burrow's shoes?
This is crazy, yo.
And now,
And from the Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders.
so Joe Burrow was in the Pro Bowl with his backup, Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco was in the Pro Bowl with his backup,
Wait.
Shedeur Sanders.
Wait. Oh, Joe was his back.
Yeah.
This is getting crazy,
So
man.
one more time. I need them to digest it, bro.
This is
One more time.
crazy.
Joe Burrow was in the Pro Bowl with his backup, Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco was in the Pro Bowl with his backup, Shedeur Sanders. Shady put a tweet out there. Ndamukong Suh said that just make sure we got audio. We still got audio. Ndamukong Suh puts a tweet out there. Man, making the Pro Bowl used to be way different. You had to be elite if you made it. It meant the guys lining up across from you knew you were a problem. Of which our guy 25 says, you ain't lying. It used to be war to get into a Pro Bowl because everybody going was nice/elite. In 20 years, practice squad guys will be making Pro Bowls. It's truth. 25, elaborate.
The laughing emoji.
So I was talking to Sue about this, and when he dropped this little tweet, and I'm like, you know what's crazy? Yo, back in the day, it was hard to make the Pro Bowl. Like, I remember going against guys like freaking Arian Foster and Ray Rice, Adrian Peterson, Frank Gore, Chris John. All these guys was all like elite. Yeah. And if I had to like put me in this era where like, yo, I'm going against Joe Smo, like it's just like it's going to water it down. And I think the thing about the Pro Bowl is like it used to mean something to me being the Pro Bowl. Like when dudes used to play against each other, who gonna be the Pro Bowl running backs? You know, like it meant something. Now it's like kind of like a joke, and it's nothing that towards these guys, right? But because it started with Huntley, like Huntley's in the Pro Bowl, and now there's other. So it's like now it's just like yo, anybody can make it. I mean, I heard that they wanted to ask Justin Fields to be in the Pro Bowl. It's like yo, listen, because I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just being honest. The Pro Bowl is supposed to be an all-star game. An all-star game is a game with all-stars. Mm-hmm. That's what the definition is. And now it's up to a point where like, I mean, there's some all-stars, there's some not. I remember going to the Pro Bowl, I'm like, damn, okay, he gonna be there? All right, bet. My kid's gonna be there. He want pictures with these guys. I'm gonna get autographs signed. I got all these different jerseys in my house from these Pro Bowl players, these all-stars, these franchise superstars, these franchise Hall of Famers, these NFL Hall of Famers. And now it's like I was there the other day and I'm like, damn. Some guys belong, some guys don't. So now it's not even an all-star game no more.
Yeah.
Think about that though. It's an all-star game.
It is very awkward looking.
It's crazy.
When I see Joe Burrow standing next to Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Like, disregard Shedeur for a moment. You know what I mean? Like, when you see Joe Burrow standing next to Joe Flacco in the Pro Bowl, if you're Joe Burrow, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be here with me. Like, this person has not earned the right to be here with me. That's problematic. To Shady's point, Rome, can you show this, please? One note before the Pro Bowl games on Tuesday, Jets quarterback Justin Fields was asked to participate. I'm told he declined focusing on offseason training. Honestly, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Because Justin Fields recognized, like, bruh, what the hell I look like at the Pro Bowl? Truly. I got benched.
Right.
I got benched.
Yeah.
There were multiple games of which I took more sack yards than I had passing yards. Let that sink in for a moment. There were multiple games, I believe, where Justin Fields had a net negative passing yards. Net meaning you incur those sack yards, those count as well. And he got invited to the Pro Bowl.
And another thing I'm thinking about is like, because I'm starting to remember like my thoughts and feelings to the Pro Bowl. I remember when I got selected, I was so happy. Because now I feel like I arrived. Like, yo, when I go there, I look to my left. Oh, there's Marshawn Lynch. Oh, damn. Yo, I look to my right. There's Adrian Peterson. That was an honor. It was an honor to go to the Pro Bowl because it's the elite of the elite players are there. We in the meeting rooms. DeMarcus Ware's in here? Oh, wow. Oh, Trent Williams, he's in here. Is that Dez Bryant? Calvin Johnson? It was an honor to be among my peers that were all-star great players. It was an honor. Now, it's like if I'm a all-star or elite player, I'm not going to the Pro Bowl. It's not an honor no more. Everybody's welcome. It's like being like VIP, okay? I don't know if y'all go to the club or not, but I go from time to time.
Hello.
And when you go in the club, right, there's a regular line for people that's going to pay their money to go to the bar and get drinks and this and that. And, you know, got waiting line, be tight to get up in there. They got to wait 5 minutes to get to the bathroom, 10 minutes to get in the bath. And there's a VIP line, right? Where you earn the right to go in there. Yeah. Where I'm not waiting on lines. They're not going to be searching me and my friends to go in the club. They should, but, you know, we going to get straight. We're not going to get drinks of cups. We're going to get bottles. And we're going to sit down with space and room to talk. And that was an honor. Now the Pro Bowl was just like everybody's welcome in the club. Everybody. Yo, come sit on the couch. Come on the VIP. Yeah, don't come on. It's not an honor no more,
That
man.
might be the best analogy I've heard about the
It's
Pro
the truth.
Bowl. Because anybody that, whether you've been to a club, at least you've been out. You know what I mean? And even if you ain't been out, you've been to a restaurant.
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant, you make a reservation. Yeah, you got open table, Resi, whatever it is. Y'all have made reservations before.
Yep.
If not, to Shady's point, you go to a club, the currency is actual money. You pay, you know what I mean? I want a section, I want a table. You got to buy a bottle, bet. The currency of VIP in the NFL is performance. It's play on a field, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, getting busy. That's the currency to get that exclusive access to the Pro Bowl. And right now, you got individuals who did not have to pay that currency getting the same access as individuals who did. You got individuals who didn't make reservations, cutting you or getting the same access that you got. You feel me? Yeah. And so like, even I, as somebody who was not near Pro Bowl talented, I'm even looking at the Pro Bowl like,
Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco's in the Pro Bowl, dude.
Yeah, that's wild. I think the most
crazy.
unfortunate implication for me is how this fares with Hall of Fame induction. Because I when I think about like the NBA, the baseline for a Hall of Famer is 7, 8 All-Star appearances, right? That means something. You need 7 or 8 All-Star appearances in the NBA to be considered for the Hall of Fame, kind of like by society. You know, that's like kind of widely accepted. Pro Bowls, if we look back, and now this game means nothing, but that is kind of a barometer for is this person worthy or not of being in it. Like, that's unfortunate that now Pro Bowls can't even be an indicator of if a person belongs in the Hall of Fame or at least receives a bid to be put up for the Hall of Fame. So
you can't count it.
You can't.
I
think
anymore. In 10 years, Shady, you're gonna have to throw Pro Bowls.
It no longer can be criteria.
I'm scared of because the players that really had to earn a Pro Bowls against really top players in 10 years, it's gonna be worth nothing.
Nothing.
Because now it's gonna be practice squad players. And I was joking, but I'm real about that. Yo, it might be some practice squad players that's going to get the Pro Bowl. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, do y'all think there's any chance that it could turn? Because this hasn't been going on for a long time in the grand scheme of things, right? So let's say 2 or 3, 4 or 5, maybe at most, fraudulent Pro Bowls get put on people's accolade list, right? Is there room for the NFL to turn this around to where the Pro Bowls can mean something again and be an indicator, kind of a litmus test for Hall of Fame induction?
No.
Or is it too late? We've already missed that.
I think it's too late. But in all honesty, now I got to call not Shady out, but I got to call out Shady's peers. because Shedeur Sanders didn't invite himself to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco didn't invite himself to the Pro Bowl. The problem was the superstar players stopped wanting to go. And at the end of the day, if superstar players don't want to go, we gotta fill the spots. I'm going to bring this up, not prepared to, I don't know if we prepared to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because y'all know on this show, I try to make sure we work harder than anybody. Draymond Green had a similar argument and had a similar take. Shady's not prepared for it. Trey's not prepared for it, but glad y'all are in the chat because y'all are here for it. Draymond Green said, I'm going to let y'all listen to the sound. Nobody gives a bleep to see G League players at the NBA All-Star Weekend. It's getting more and more disgusting by the year. Draymond sounds off on All-Star Weekend. Let me turn on the volume. I want y'all to listen to this because I don't blame the G League players. I blame the NBA players, the All-Star players, for the dilemma of the All-Star game, and you have to blame the All-Star players for the dilemma of the Pro Bowl.
Nobody gives it to see G League players at NBA All-Star Weekend. We first allowed G League players to be in a dunk contest. In trying to save the dunk contest, G League players all of a sudden become like players that play on All-Star Weekend. You have this G League team in this round-robin form of the rookie-sophomore game, and you got sophomores like a Ron Holland, rookies like a Will Richard don't get in because you have to get 8 G League players. Like, that does not make any sense to me. I'm sorry, but these guys work their ass off to get to the NBA. They're rookies and sophomores. There's rookies and sophomores that have played in the rookie-sophomore games dating back many years. And I'm going to lose my spot because y'all got to get a certain amount of G League guys in? I think that's insane.
Here's my problem.
I agree with that.
Let me cook.
McClung came to training camp with us one year. Great kid. He should have never been in the NBA dunk contest if you're not on an NBA roster.
Pause. What he's saying isn't inaccurate.
That's true. Right.
It's just hella incomplete. Why was Mac McClung in the dunk contest? Y'all know. Because the real dunkers
Stars didn't want to compete.
Yeah. They didn't want to do it. Aaron Gordon was like, I'm good. Zach LaVine was like, I'm good. John Morant was like, I'm good. Zion Williamson, I'm good. The dunkers, the superstars, the dudes that got shoes in Foot Locker, at Nike, at Adidas. Yeah. The dudes that got shoes said, I'm good. So what the NBA All-Star Game said was, well, we still need dunkers. Mac McClung said, I'll do it. He went out there, he put on a show. Because the show must go on. No player is greater than the shield, and no player is greater than the logo. The show must go on. So I hear Draymond Green, and obviously Tufaw's my dog. I hear and respect my dog Shady McCoy saying, like, you can't keep letting these backup players in Pro Bowl games and in All-Star games. It's by force, not by choice. If the players wanted to play, we wouldn't be watching Joe Flacco. We wouldn't be watching Shedeur Sanders. Justin Fields wouldn't have got an invite. Mac McClung wouldn't have got a dunk contest invite. But here's the worst part about it. Worst part about it is this. You want to know who turned down the dunk contest this year? Mac McClung. Because even Mac McClung got to the point that the old heads got to and said, I don't want to do it anymore. It's just what happens. You start to get too cool for school, and it undermines everything else. Shady, please respond to that before we move.
On the football part, I think from now on, we should start doing this. We should make, and I always said this, when you're an alternate, make that known. Make that known, yo, he had an alternate Pro Bowl. Because the guys that earn the Pro Bowls, they should be held to a higher standard or higher like level. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So now if I make a Pro Bowl and I'm like the fourth alternate, let's put that in there. Second alternate, fourth alternate. That's bet for the football. For basketball, I agree with him. So you telling me you're gonna go all the way to the G League compared to roster spots, players? So yeah, maybe Ant-Man's not dunking or John Morant, but there's somebody that's on the bench that would dunk, I'm sure. Ask them. There's somebody on the eighth guy on the rotation would love to get an all-star appearance or get a dunk contest appearance. You don't know G League. That ain't even the real player.
But here's the problem.
That's some bull crap.
But here's the problem.
You're not even in the league and you getting a bid over me?
But here's the problem though, 2-5. It's like
the problem.
We want to see the stars regardless.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I don't know if we would have been happier seeing the 10th guy off the bench.
No. It's the respect part. You're in their G League, dude. You're in a practice squad. Why are you even talked about? Take your ass. Come on, man. You practice squad dude. We there's nothing to be talking to you about no sports. A guy that got a real jersey that goes to the game and is waiting to play, he can't play because it's an all-star playing in front of him. So you got to wait. Go get a guy, the 7th, 8th, 9th guy off the bench. Let them compete. They got a jersey with a name in the back on their jersey. And go on to the G League? Are you kidding me?
The hard part for me is we were begging to see Ja, and we were begging to see Zion, and we was begging to see Gordon.
I get that.
So at the point in which they went to the G League, I'm like, I'm not going to be mad at the G League dudes. I'm going to be mad at Ja, and I'm going to be mad at Zion.
I'm at the league. I'm at the league, bro. And two things they could do. One is, don't go to the G League to get a player to play in the NBA. Go get a player from the NBA. Come on. Number two, let's put in their contracts. You want to make $60 million, $50 million a year? Not cool. You can do that. If you are selected to go to a
that's a good
game
idea, actually.
and you're able to play, you play.
Yeah, you could put it in rookie deals,
That's
like
it.
CBA.
That's it.
You could you're selected to compete.
What you
in an
gonna say?
all-star game.
Dudes is begging to go to the league as kids, 5-year-olds. They gonna do it.
Yeah, that's well said.
G League is crazy though.
Trey, what's up with the super chat before we get to this last topic? It's almost time for the last topic of the day. We about to close out the bar in 10 minutes after one more conversation. If you got any pressing super chats, get them off your chest now. This is the last show before our Super Bowl Sunday show. This is the last show before the Super Bowl Sunday show. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, set the alerts. Trey, what's up with the super chats?
Listen, Care Bear Kieran sent another $50 super chat and said,
He got money.
He do. Wonder where he gets it from. Wish I had as much. Sam Darnold is not as funny as Jalen Hurts. That's a weakness in his game. Jalen Hurts had me cackling. That's what Care Bear Kieran had to say.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, he out there just having a ball. All these,
having the time of his life.
All these little athletes around me. Oh my God.
Yeah, look at the picture behind him.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Care Bear can't come back to the studio now.
Look at that though.
He can't.
Nah, real talk, if he say anything bad about Jalen Hurts,
just show the picture.
Not even that. I want y'all to do your job.
Okay.
And be like, come on, dude. You was smiling.
Yucking it up.
Yeah.
Like you was,
That's the best way I
next
can put
next
it.
to Jesus. You was
Yeah,
just
like
back.
y'all was just besties.
Like you're here.
It's your favorite player.
Yeah.
You arrived. You're back.
Crazy.
Well, what are we doing? Any other super chats, Trey?
Last one I got, I am Cold Dog said Pro Bowl going to be reduced to dudes playing each other in Madden, which is crazy.
Might as well.
Right.
Speaking
Real
of Madden,
talk.
if you want to play Shady, hit him up on Twitch. He'll play you.
Yeah, you won't win. You won't win, but we can play.
At 717.
Real Shady.
Cut on
717.
Yeah. 717.
Cut on.
Let me make sure.
Cut on dime, real shade 717. Okay,
Real
last
Shade
topic,
717.
maybe the most important topic of the day. Hey, before we close out the bar, let's get to this.
Wait. James Jones just texted me. He said, I led the whole league in touchdowns and didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Damn.
Hey, you did right, James.
Yeah, well, today you could have just led your team in touchdowns and made the Pro Bowl. So
That's facts.
You could have led your team in practice touchdowns, made the Pro Bowl.
Hey, let's get to the last topic, y'all. Patriots owner Robert Kraft, like his former head coach Bill Belichick, was not selected for entry into this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Class of 2026 will be revealed Thursday at Honors. Stephen A. Smith had a wild take about it, and Stephen A. Smith had this to say.
Hall of Fame. Hey, guys, look at the trend. So, Belichick's not in. Kraft's not in. What you gonna do next? You gonna deny Tom Brady? You gonna deny Tom Brady? You gonna look at Tom Brady and be like this? You don't go to the Hall of Fame? And here's the and you know. So we all know. I mean, you might as well burn down the building. Might as well burn down the building. That happened. I mean, there is no Hall of Fame. If you can't have Tom Brady up in there as a first ballot Hall of Famer, the credibility of the institution that is the Hall of Fame goes right out the freaking window. It's over. So we understand that, right? And then you look at it and you say, let's think about the all-time great quarterbacks.
You don't even.
Tom Brady, if Kraft didn't get in, if Belichick didn't get in, can you allow Shady McCoy? Can you allow Tom Brady to get in if his owner didn't get in first ballot, that is? If his coach ain't get in first ballot, can you allow the player to get in first ballot?
Yeah, yes. That's the reason why. There's a whole bunch of arguments about Bill Belichick if he's the best coach of all time. Now, yes, they got it wrong that he should have been a first ballot coach in Hall of Fame. But the Hall of Fame committee has got it wrong before. They've got it wrong before, with certain players, certain coaches. I think there's no doubt in my mind that we all can agree, ourselves and voters, that Tom Brady is the best quarterback that's ever played this game.
Of course.
The brother has 7 championships,
Yes, sir.
6 with one team, and one in his first year with a new team. All his stats from touchdown passes to touchdown yards and all that, he has all that. But the Robert Kraft thing is tricky, though. And I really don't mind that one. You know, a lot of NFL players, man, sometimes it's not about just the way you play the game that you don't get first ballot or second ballot Hall of Famers. some things you might do with the media, or some things you might do outside of football that might be the reason why you don't get in. Robert Kraft's great owner, good person, but he has some stuff outside of the business world and football with the Patriots that he got in trouble with.
Got you.
Doing different things.
The personal stuff, not Deflategate.
The personal stuff. He had personal stuff off the field, right? That I could see voters, oh, he did this, check. Maybe he can't get in for that right away. There's a lot of players like Terrell Owens, who was one of the best players of all time, let alone one of the top 3 best wide receivers. And he never did anything wrong outside of football, but the way he might have carried himself or the way that he might have celebrated or things he might have did or said in the media they didn't like. So he gets in trouble for the way he acted, which was nothing bad, but the way that he might have presented himself that they didn't like. So he didn't go first ballot Hall of Famer, which he should have. So the Robert Kraft thing, I could understand that. Well, he did some stuff outside of football, right? That may be the reason why he's not off. So I understand that part. But the Tom Brady one, I cannot understand that. And he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And if he's not, you know what he should do? He shouldn't even try to get in no more. He should, because he got to be 5 years removed from the game, retired. He should unretire himself and just don't go back in. Because now it's really a joke. If Tom Brady can't be a first ballot Hall of Famer, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Is it not already a joke? Because Bill Belichick, if not the greatest coach of all time, second, you say Andy Reid, but most people would probably say Belichick. Robert Kraft is objectively the greatest owner of all time.
Yeah, but I gave you a reason why Belichick. So, I'm sorry, with Robert Kraft. If somebody argued that with Robert Kraft, you can hear that argument.
Can't you
because
argue
they do it with other players.
But you could argue Tom Brady cheated because obviously Deflategate, Spygate, Deflategate, literally all Tom Brady, right? The ball has to be deflated.
Yeah.
Like that only benefits the quarterback. Don't even benefit the running back. It exclusively benefits him.
I mean, I just know this, man. Like, arguing with coaches is different because do some people value coaches more than others? I don't know. You know, you got great players. You know, like I think Phil Jackson's a great coach, but they'll argue he had all the best top greats of all time, so it made his job easier. You can always argue coaches. Bill Belichick, was it Tom? Was it Bill? You can always argue that. But you can't argue a player. Mm-hmm. A player has to get dressed, go on the field. I got to play through the bad weather, the good weather. Good players around me, bad players around me. Injuries or non-injuries. I have to do all that. And I want the people to know, like, coaching is one thing, but player is a whole nother level. Because I actually physically have to go out there and do it. You get what I'm saying? Coach can tell you what to do and all that's cool, but I got to go out there and do it. And I think when you come to a player, you cannot disrespect a guy like Tom Brady, because if you do that, nobody will look at the Hall of Fame the same again. Nobody.
It's tough. I agree with you. Obviously, Tom Brady got to go in, but the dilemma is if you don't let in Belichick, and Belichick probably different than Kraft, because Belichick didn't have any off-the-field personal weird stuff until after he left New England. That's when all the little, the 24-year-old girl, for those that think that's inappropriate, that's where that popped up. But Belichick and Brady won 90% of the same stuff. Belichick won 6 rings, Brady won 7 rings. The difference, though, Belichick won 2 rings as a defensive coordinator. So Belichick got 8 rings to his name. Tom Brady only has 7 rings to his name, if we're being nitpicky. Belichick, a phenomenal defensive mind. Belichick was the architect for those New England Patriots championship teams. If Belichick did not get in, it would be hard-pressed to allow the player to get in first ballot because the coach had to draft the player, the coach had to make sure the player was developed, and the coach had to put enough talent around the player to make sure that player could continue to win year after year after year. Tom Brady didn't draft Rob Gronkowski. Tom Brady didn't draft Dante Hightower. Tom Brady didn't acquire Julian Edelman. Tom Brady didn't acquire Randy Moss. Tom Brady didn't do all of those things. Belichick did those things. Tom Brady didn't retain McCourty and acquire the other McCourty. He didn't get Patrick Chung. Belichick had to do all of those things. So if Belichick can't get in first ballot, I just don't know, Trey. Obviously, Brady is first ballot. I just don't know how you can allow the player if you didn't allow the coach. I think now you're stuck. Now you're stuck.
Yeah. I hear both sides. I'm a bit conflicted because it would be one of the most outlandish disservices ever committed to not have Tom Brady first ballot. But if you've drawn this line in the sand that if you cheat, and that's the reason you didn't get in for the coach, how can you not draw that same line for the players? So I don't know. It's tough. I'm torn. I can't really decide on if I think, you know what I mean, it would be right. I think it's all a sham. It's all messed up. It's all they've disgraced it to hell. I mean, I think maybe the best thing you can do to try to give some sort of recourse is to let Tom Brady in and see, okay, we know we messed up with Bill. We're not going to mess up with Brady.
Shady, TJ said this a week ago. TJ came in and said, I don't care what the voters did. You need to override the voters and put Belichick in the Hall of Fame. Do you agree with that thought process? Like, can you override the entirety of the voting system and say, I don't care about y'all voters, we're putting Bill Belichick in the Hall of Fame? Or do you think that sets a terrible precedent?
What, to be honest with you, though, you might not like this answer. I don't really care too much for coaches like that. I mean, obviously I'm biased with Andy Reid, but I don't really care about no coaches like that. That's cool. If he's in, he's not in, I'm not worried about no coaches. I'm worried about players. This is a players' league. It's
so
hard.
Belichick not getting in didn't move you one way or the other?
Nah, it don't move me at all.
What if it was Andy?
I thought it was wrong. But Andy don't cheat. He's been married for years, too. He's a good guy. He don't cheat. But
do you trust him?
That's a good question.
He's a coach. He's not like a homie.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
sure.
So I don't really care for coaches like that. It is what it is. I'm all about the players because, like I said before, coaches can help you out for sure, and they can put you in better situations. Obviously, yes. Players gotta go out there and play. I know we love all these Sean McVays and Kyle Shanahan's and Andy Reid. I love them dudes. But the players, one that goes out there, they gotta go out there and do it. And there's times where the fans don't know how hurt the dude is. The fans don't know what he got going on back at home, what's going on.
Yeah.
They don't know that. All they know is that he scored a touchdown or he didn't score a touchdown. You get what I'm saying? So I'm always for the player. So it don't move me too much for all these coaches.
Here's the other, it's interesting. I mean, the other hard part, and the last thought I'll say is this. It was this year they changed the rule. Coaches used to have to wait 5 years to get into the Hall. Now they changed the rule. The coaches only have to wait 1 year to get into the Hall. I think if Belichick would have had to wait his 5 years to get into the Hall, I think he gets in instantly. I think a lot of voters are like, well, I'll just vote him in next time. And because of that, he didn't end up getting in. Social Trade, do we have any super chats to close out the show? Also, before we go, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have any final super chats you want to get in, speak now or forever hold your peace. Hit the bell button. Y'all know we do this show for y'all in studio, literally 4 to 5 nights a week. So make sure y'all support us. Trey, what we got?
Sometimes 6. That one time you had us in 6 days.
Read the super
chat. Oh,
chats.
sorry. So the disciple sent another $20 super chat and said, wait, now Pro Bowl was after the Super Bowl and players declined playing. I'm not sure what point you're trying to make with that.
He said, wait, now?
Yeah, he said, wait, now Pro Bowl was after Super Bowl and players declined playing.
Maybe he meant, I don't know what point.
I'm not sure. Yeah, the disciple, I'm not going to decipher. So if you can just please send with proper syntax, that would be great. So we got to that one. Sheed X just sent a $50 super chat and said, convenient. Uh-oh. They're doing that thing again because they feel like we did that thing again. He said, convenient you cut off the earlier part where Monken showed respect for Schwartz and said that they spoke. Nothing he said was insulting. He had to set the tone. Schwartz said if he wasn't head coach, he wanted no parts of the team. Criticizing Monken is nonsense.
I just don't think it's wise to say I came here for the players, not the coach. Duh. I just think it's an unnecessary jab.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
right.
To me, you know what I hate in life is like, don't diss me to praise somebody else.
Oof.
Just praise somebody else.
Talk about that all the time.
It's such a pet peeve when you gotta you don't gotta bring somebody else lower to make another individual higher.
Yeah.
You can just make the other individual higher.
What if he's keeping it 100 though? Like, for all y'all that might be confused out there, that don't understand, I didn't come here for no defensive coach. I came here for the defensive players. Let's get it, because he's so great of a defensive coordinator that people might not know what's going on. Let me just help y'all out. Yeah, I came for the defensive players. When I played them twice a year, I wasn't worried about Schwartz. I was worried about the defensive players they had, like Myles Garrett. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I think the thing for me is don't, like, kind of to your point earlier, Acho, was like, don't say no offense. And then say something offensive.
And then also, here's what he said.
But you might take it offensive, though. Let me make sure. But before I say it, I want you to take it offensive because I'm not offending you. Yeah. I'm just keeping it 1,000.
But the thing that got me wrong with that, he said, I don't know if I should say this. So he had already been deliberating, this probably isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, if you say, I don't know if I should say this, you already know internally, like, and then he wanted to get buck with it. That's why I said it. I don't know if I should say this, but
And then you choose not to err on the side of caution by not saying it. You say it anyway, so it's a little bit of recklessness in there. Shady, I hear your point, but
it was fake motivational.
Yeah.
Of course you didn't go there for Jim Schwartz.
Right.
No coach goes to a play. Also, you didn't even go there for Myles Garrett. Yeah. You went there because you're a 59-year-old man who could get no other head coaching job. Right. And shout out to you, only 32 of them in the National Football League. So shut up. You didn't go there for Myles Garrett. You didn't go there for Denzel Ward. You went there because there's a head coaching opportunity. Because if Myles Garrett would demand a trade, you still would have gone. If Denzel Ward demands a trade, you still would have gone.
They made you write an essay and you still went.
So there's no shame also in just saying, bro, he started crying at his opening presser because he's like, man, thank you to my late mom, my late father. Hell yeah. You're a head coach in the NFL. Congrats. That is generational. That is iconic. That is historic. That is once in a lifetime. But you still lying. You didn't go there for Myles Garrett.
Right.
You didn't go there for Denzel Ward. You didn't go there for Grant Delpit.
So you don't think them dudes helped his decision?
No. The Cleveland Browns did.
Decisions to make.
The Browns did. I think the $10 million salary did.
Hold up. But see, sometimes we get carried away. Like, how you know he had no other options? How you know what his agent's telling him?
We didn't hear of any other options.
I didn't ask you about what we heard. I said, how did we know?
Because from what you can only go off what you hear.
And the vacancies were slim by that point. The Browns were one of the last positions to be filled, right?
Last, if I'm not mistaken.
But what I'm saying is that we don't know if he had any other opportunities or people with interest in him. We don't know that. Right?
Well, here's what we do know. We know we didn't hear of any other options.
That's cool. It's not shit we don't be hearing.
Okay, but not in the sports world, not really as it pertains to coaches. I'm just in the sports world.
Yeah.
We hear stuff that leaks all the time.
So you knew the Eagles was gonna get that coordinator from the Packers?
It came down to 3. We knew 2 days before it came down to 3.
But you ain't know when they talked to him. They could have been notified they want to holler at him. We don't know that. So he that might have been the same thing for him. He might have been notified that people wanted him and this and that. He might have turned it down to talk. We don't know that. We don't know them things. We don't.
I'm just not erring on the side of Todd Monken had all the options in the world.
Maybe not all. Maybe 2. It's all it takes is 1.
Yeah, I'm not erring on that side. Any other super chat?
Yeah, we got Victor Moan Jr. Shout out to Victor Moan. Sent a $20 super chat and just said it's obvious that Brady is first ballot. However, if we use their logic against him, then I can definitely see them snubbing Brady for Deflategate. The voters have set a crazy precedent by keeping Kraft and Belichick out.
Who's the voters though? We gotta start talking about that, man. Yeah. Can we start seeing pictures, seeing resumes?
Names.
Pictures is crazy. Yeah.
Cause you know what's funny? We start finding some of these voters dudes. You know what? I don't even want to get in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. I'm cool. I'm good. Yeah. That might happen though. You got to vote. I'm good. What's cover 2? I'm good. Yeah. You know what I mean? For real though.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay, here we go. The Disciple sent a $40 super chat. Listen, Big Bang take Lil Bang. He said, you don't want to read my super chat how I said it? I'm going to sit it right. I appreciate that. He said the Pro Bowl was played after the Super Bowl, where more players who played in the Super Bowl were usually there, and stars declined playing in the Pro Bowl.
When was it ever played after the Super Bowl? I thought it was always played during the week off.
It used to be played.
He must be old. How old is he? Ask, you text that? How old are you?
Yeah. Disciple, let us know real quick just in a regular chat. You don't got to send a super chat unless I have to say.
Ask GTA. What's her name? Chat GTA?
Chat GPT.
My son just told me what it,
Chat GPT.
Yo, real quick, what's so funny? I made him do a report on, I forget what it's about. And I'm like, damn, this report's good. I'm reading, I'm like, yo, you not. So he had a word, I forget the word he had. I said, what this word mean right here? I'm like, man, you only 13. And he know what it mean. I said, hi, boy, how'd you do? What you do? And he told me.
Chat GPT?
That's what I use right now.
Hey, the last time the NFL Pro Bowl was played after the Super Bowl was in 2009, serving as the finale to the 2009 season, held January 31st, 2009, Sun Life Stadium in Miami. The Pro Bowl now takes place the week leading up to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there was in Miami. DJ went crazy that game.
They laughing at you, Shady. They said Chat GTA.
What's it called?
Chat GPT.
Yup. That's right there.
GTA Ethan, do what you're supposed to do. Trey, anymore?
Last one real quick. Victor Diaz says, should the Hall of Fame change to adding players every other year instead of yearly and force adding more players?
Nah. I like the Hall of Fame had been right.
Yeah.
Until this weird coaching thing.
Yep.
Anyway, hey, we appreciate y'all's love. Remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's what keeps this show on its wheels to make sure we can keep doing this show for y'all. Not easy coming in the studio every night. Hit the bell button, be notified of the alerts. Yeah. This is our last show until Super Bowl Sunday show. As soon as you finish that game, you know where to tune into. We are going to be here in the Speakeasy. Care Bear will be back in the Speakeasy. From your boy Acho, from 252 Live, LaShawn Shady McCoy, from the dude Social Trey, and everybody in the back makes some noise.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
Hey, we are out. We will see you Sunday right after the Super Bowl. It's going to be lit. Appreciate y'all.